Hey everybody. Welcome to D&D with R&D, and we are back in the madness that is the Underdark. But now we're not in the Underdark anymore. Yes,
Yeah.
so it's
we gotta change that.
it's slightly misnamed. Yeah. But anyway, happily Micro remembers what happened last week, because between Wonderland and Dragon Heist and this and our other game, my storylines are blending. So Micro, handing it over to you.
Last time we crawled up a very, very, very long and very, very steep and very tall, very big and other very and size
Immense
cliff in a ravine. It took several days, and we had to use glowing zombies on string on ropes to not get eaten. So that was fun. We got up. We got to every D&D party's worst enemy, a door.
Yes.
Through some very, very haphazard social interaction with the guard behind the door. We were allowed in, and then we had to go through customs.
We role-played customs.
We role-played customs, and then we role-played going to the vet. And it turns out that Felix really needs to train Rosie, or we are all fucking dead.
Yes.
Or we will have to kill the cat.
Yeah. Yep.
Neither of which would be good. We would prefer to have a displacer beast on our side because they're fucking.
They're OP.
Yes. That's what happens when you introduce jokes.
Yes. Yes. Stop joking about things around you all.
Yes. And then we went to meet with Felix's mom. Because that's why we were here. And then things went kind of south. Turns out our good friend with the long arms.
Nope, not the long arms. Claire.
It's not long arms?
Mm-mm.
Which one is it then?
Claire. Go ahead, Pasta.
No, I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Right. Morgan's the one with the long arms.
That's right, Claire. I can't remember Claire. One of the
Claire's got the ones who can shoot. She can shoot magic out of her arms.
Oh, right.
And the weird cogs that kept giving Herrick disadvantage.
Yes. Fuck her. She, through timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly bullshit, kind of knew we would be there, and she is making us... she's making a deal with us to get influence, and we're kind of forced to do it, or because she has like something. What is it? Like, she has a contract that
she can help resurrect our friends.
I'm not sure how forced you are. She is paying you.
Well, we are
and is healing you.
Oh, right. No, we're forced in the sense that we can't kill her. That's what it is.
You can't kill her, yes.
We can, but it would be really, really bad for the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but she will be able to direct us to someone who can resurrect our friends, and also she will able to help with some of the damages that we some party members occurred on the way to up the cliff. And now we have a week to prepare for the quest she wants us to go on, and she has rented a bar for a week, so we now have a week to do pretty much what we want.
And I'm the bartender.
a week of downtime.
Yes.
I'm the director of entertainment.
You guys get downtime for a week.
Me and Bruno are gonna spend 3 and a quarter day on exchanging spells.
All right. Yeah, that's where we are. So, just a couple things that you missed that are worth reminding is Preet lost a foot or most of a foot, and Bruno lost a hand. Preet also has some internal injuries, but she's super talented, and she's like, I can just walk it off. And so she's probably going to be fine as far as internal injuries are concerned, but it still has a bum leg. But Claire did promise to send someone down to help take care of you because she needs you all in 100% ready to go. So that's just the reminders for there. But yes, you've spent the night. When you got here, you found out that upstairs there are 4 rooms. Felix's mom took one, and she ain't sharing with the rest of you all. So you all get to figure out who sleeps where. You do have carts parked outside if you want to sleep in carts, but that's up to you.
I mean,
so yeah,
I live in my room, so
you do live in your room.
Yeah, I think Preet will take a cart. She's kind of used to that now.
Preet will take a cart.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll just sit in the bar.
Well, I mean, for sleep. Yeah.
Find a chair somewhere in the bar and have Trevor sit down and go into sentry mode, and then I can just sleep in my whatever little castle I have in the bowl. I still have a little castle in the bowl.
I hope there's a little castle in your bowl.
I'm gonna sleep in my cart.
Okay.
We don't trust.
Although
nobody trusts this building.
That being what actually Shavaris' cart is in quarantine, so Preet will have to sleep in a room.
Oh yeah, there is. I forgot there is one of your carts is in quarantine for a week.
And for a week, one of our creatures is getting a concussion recovery.
Yes. Yeah. So you were down one cart and you have one concussed eater.
Yeah. Well, if the 3 cart people want to sleep in their carts, then we can have one room each for the interns and me.
I mean, there are rooms upstairs.
Yeah, well, there's 3 rooms upstairs, though. This way we don't have to bunk up.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of room. It's just, I was mostly just whatever you want to do. But you all figure out your sleeping arrangement. You have 7 days, so you'll have homework, which is you leveled up. I'm sure things have changed as far as your characters are concerned.
Yep.
Everyone leveled up. Bruno and Tiago leveled up as well. So Bruno now has 2 more spells, a couple more spell slots.
Did we give them their hit dice? I don't.
You might not have given. No, I did. I gave them their hit dice.
Okay.
Yes. So I leveled them up because besides spells, because they really just they're on a set path. They don't really get a choice.
Okay.
But yes,
Bruno
forgot
to look at feats, so I just.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are level 12, so you guys can. Is it a feat time at level 12? I don't even know.
There's a ability score increasement, so yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm just taking the ability score. I completely forgot to look at feats, but that's fine.
I get mine.
I am now a warcaster.
You did talk about being a warcaster.
Advantage on con saves to maintain concentration, and I can now do attacks of opportunity with spells.
Nice. So this would be one of those spots where, because we have slight rule change that there are no attacks of opportunity, just innately you can do yours. So because you took that feat, you can.
But I'm gonna assume it does not mean I can now do it with a dagger too.
No, just you can do attacks of opportunities with a spell if an enemy leaves your.
I still have disadvantage on ranged attacks if they're right next to me, which they would be, right? Cool.
Yep. So you'd probably better off with, I don't know, ice knife or something. I don't know if
ice knife
shield touch
myself.
Shield touch. You'd be better off with shield touch than you would be with
Toll's Dead or Pine Sliver or Shocking Grasp or Vampiric Touch. Actually, no, Vampiric Touch I can't use because that's on myself.
Because you'd have to cast it on yourself and then attack. That's too much. Too many actions. But yeah, so that's that. Bruno's got spells. Bruno's also got Arcane Recovery now, so he can recover.
Well, he had that
3 spell
last level as well.
Did he have it last level? Are they level 6 or are they level 5? Am I like?
Well, it's a level 4 thing.
Oh, not for them. They have their own path.
Oh, okay.
NPCs are weird, or like sidekicks have their
Okay.
own thing, which is why he's gaining it now and not before.
By the way, I like someone pointed out that NPCs isn't really a good word for like people, especially like some of the rich characters you have. And I mean, nobody suggested it, but I just think it should be like PCs and NCs, narrative characters and player characters.
Oh, there you go.
I like
I'm
that.
bringing my wokeness to the.
Oh my gosh, we're so woke.
We're so woke.
NPC lives matter.
Let's see. So so Bruno, I think I got his HP up. His HP should not be. I look at his thing and it looks low, but I don't remember what.
He also is a wizard, right?
He's
a
also a
wizard
wizard.
at
I can
level
tell you
5.
what his HP what both of their HP should be, because again, everything's set for them. They don't really get choices or roll die. Like they just go.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to know. So my zombies in the spell, if I create new ones, they will now have 1 more hit point. Does that apply to the new ones or the current ones? Like, or do they have to die and be resurrected?
No, I think you can, since you're gonna have a week off. I think we can, they gain an extra hit point in this level, this time of day,
Okay.
or whatever, this rest time. Bruno's HP should be 27.
And Tiaho's is 45 now.
Yeah, I think hers did go up to 45.
Yeah, Preet wants to, seeing Etzley in the role of bartender, Preet wants to head over and order a drink and confide her troubles to her.
And I will fix you a drink.
Oh, you are an angel.
Awesome
Well,
drink.
Well,
What will you confide in there?
my problem is really, see, I got this bracelet here, and she sort of like lifts up her sleeves and says, like, don't freak out. Like, I got this years ago, all right, before it was a thing. And on the bracelet, there's a cog of the Church of Kronos.
Esley's just gonna pause her shaker for a second and then just keep going. Like, just to let you know that she's acknowledging it.
Yeah. So, like, this is a gift from somebody who had this like a long time ago, but I kind of want to find out more about what's happened with the church and maybe a little bit about this history. By the way, yeah, DM, what does she want to know again? Because I know you have an idea for this. I want to make sure I'm on not going off.
I think you told me that she wanted to know what it was. I don't think she knows. She just knows that it's there and it's got something. But Preet doesn't know what it is. She just wants to know what's up with the thing.
Yeah, she inherited it.
Yeah, she got it from a friend and just wants, like, it's got something going on. You just don't know.
Can I hear this conversation?
I don't know. Where are you? We're in the bar.
The last time
I can move you guys to the bar.
Woo! Yeah, you are
page.
sitting next to Preet.
Shattered spoon. There you go.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna assume me and Bruno would have moved to like a table for ourselves. We're the only one in here, so it's not like it's loud.
Yeah, which table would you have gone to?
I don't know, like this one or this one, like to.
It is an empty bar. It's not like there isn't music playing. There isn't a crowd. It's an empty bar.
Well, plus you already know about me wanting to learn more about the church. So
Yeah, but do I know about the bracelet?
Did you tell him about the bracelet?
I don't think you did.
no, because I wanted to wait till we got out of the underground.
Oh my gosh, I'm special.
Before I started, because the Church of Kronos was attacking people in the Underdark.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. No, it's more like.
Yeah, what do you know?
If it's magical, I might be able to figure out what it does.
Oh, well, she hadn't thought about that. She doesn't know if it's magical.
Well, with this information, what Etzley will say is that it might be a beneficial thing that you have that bracelet, considering the Church of Kronos pretty much is after Felix. So,
Well, they seem to be a repressive government, and since I'm for the freedom of all people, if you guys are standing up against it, well, you have my support and my applause.
well, I'm obviously against an oppressive government.
Yeah, high five.
Against governments, period.
D&D and Tifa. Love it.
I am D&D and Tifa now.
It's a fucking anarchist. What are you talking about? She would rather prefer that there be no government so she can commit crimes in peace.
All the crimes.
Exactly. It'd be great.
Crimes don't exist if there are no laws.
Pre, you would know that even though Etsley is telling you about the oppressive government and you've seen them be oppressive as hell in the Underdark, your friend who gave it to you and was not like that.
Yeah.
Like that was not what they were up to. They were not up to oppressing people.
They were like more like, hippie like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were
Musician
a lot more
type.
chill.
Yeah, they were a lot more chill. Exactly.
They were more about bench pressing than oppressing.
Yes, exactly.
I like that one.
Thanks, nothing.
And Horatio, I know you didn't keep up with politics too much when you were on the surface, but you do know that the whole Church of Kronos thing didn't start until like 4 years ago. Before that, it wasn't a thing. Like there was a Church of Kronos. Like people obviously worship gods. That's how they get their powers and whatnots.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a totalitarian government called the Church of Kronos running around trying to take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
That has only been existing for the last 4 years. Which is probably more than Felix knows, because Felix did not exist when Felix went into the Underdark.
Right.
And I'm going to assume that since my sleight of hand is really good, that no matter what, I'm going to be making Preet a bomb-ass drink.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Is it a Manhattan or an Appletini?
Are you a proficient with bartender's tools?
She's got a week.
Yeah, you can gain proficiency in one tool if you practice it all week. That was a thing.
Just use my sleight of hand. I mean,
you can be even if you get proficiency, you can add your proficiency bonus, and you can be even more bomb at making drinks.
Oh, nice!
That's how good of a drink I made.
Somehow the alcohol content increases by her proficiency modifier.
Bends to my whim.
Yeah, you're pretty much water bending the alcohol into drink.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god! I just had a great idea. A water genasi who was a bartender, because they naturally have control water.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Well, there was that time
entirely
irrelevant. There was that time that Blue water bended rum between two bottles and lit it on fire.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Why not? But that's besides the point. Okay. Anything else you'd all would like to do tonight before you start your week off? Because you got a week.
I will say, if I make drinks for the interns, I will make a point to make Bruno a non-alcoholic one, because in my head, he's grounded from alcohol for a little while.
Probably should ground him. It seems to get him in trouble.
Also, he needs to have his mind sharp tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's ever stopped him before.
It's true. Poor Bruno. Put upon Bruno. Oh well. All right, and yeah. So, anything else before everyone heads off to their carts / upstairs?
Nope. Just gonna look at what kind of skills I can pick up in a week. It makes sense.
Any tool proficiencies and or weapon proficiencies. I mean, I would say like armor proficiencies and things like that. No skill proficiencies, because those take like a year.
Yeah.
But tools, and honestly, if you want to do bartender's tools, that's fine. If you want to pick up a new instrument, that's fine. Even if it's just like a made up instrument that you found, okay. Or you want to pick up, you're in a city, so there's shops and shit and whatnot. So yeah. Ooh, hello, kitties. They're having too much fun.
I hear a Cassiosity. Where'd she go?
Ooh.
Oh, I thought I heard the bing.
There's 2 micros.
There's 2 micros.
Oh, okay.
For some reason, my
oh my gosh, what am I going to do with 2 micros?
I don't know. It kicked me off for some reason.
Oh, weird.
Okay. All right.
I think
so,
Preet's gonna go for playing cards.
playing cards. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good. So we'll start at the next morning. The next morning is you wake up to a knock on the door. Oh, whoever, probably Horatio, because you slept in the bar.
Yeah.
You wake up to.
I go.
Oh, thank God I'm wearing headphones. Because the dogs would have went crazy.
I go open the door.
You see one of the hooded figures that was in here today, at the door, and with him is a short dwarven woman.
Hello. I assume you're the person who will be able to help heal my companions.
Oh yes. I think I'm in the right. This guy hasn't said anything the whole time, so I just kind of followed him.
Oh, yes. I am gonna assume you're in the right place. Let me get the people who need healing.
Okay.
Come in.
I need a good return. This dude's just gonna stand around.
Nice.
You can kill him with no consequences. He's not part of the time.
You say these things.
Yeah, you say these things.
No, that's a joke.
Stop saying things.
That was a joke. Clearly a joke. Like, okay,
I know, but
go...
I still want to state that you say these things.
I go get the other people.
You know what? We'll make it.
I go get let's
Bruno
just get
and Preet. Yeah.
Yeah, but just like get everyone else, I guess.
Yeah, Preet will hobble down,
There she is,
holding her
Redhead.
ribs.
Familiar to some people, but
Yeah.
Oh. Hello, Madame Cookery.
It's been a while.
It's been a bit. Preet and Bruno. The casting of the spell doesn't really take all that long. Even though you don't really need like the whatchamacallit, your internal organs to be looked at, because you're fine. The spell doesn't care, so it's going to heal it anyway.
Nice.
So the dwarven woman places her hands on you, and she lets you know, like what seems to be the issue?
My foot, and I think some broken ribs.
Oh. This should heal you right up. You might want to take that boot off.
Yeah, she leans down and does a boot thing that Felix whipped up for her.
Okay. And you might want to take off the hook. He looks at Bruno. So she goes over, touches your shoulder, and she lets you know this is going to take a little while. It's going to be a little uncomfortable, but you should be okay. Just let me know if you feel any sharp pains. And does the same thing to Bruno. It does take you about an hour. You're feeling your foot regrow.
Yeah.
So it feels like someone's like pulling at your skin and just like stretching it out.
I'm kind of imagining
slowly.
when it was like when you were a kid and there was a new tooth coming through and the old tooth was still kind of on top.
And there's definitely some like crunching and grinding noises as like your bones kind of like slide past each other.
This is where she'll get her weed out.
that like deep uncomfortableness that like when you have something that's broken and like you can feel it healing.
Yeah.
When Estelle sees the weed, she will demand that you share.
All right, she'll pass it. Puff, pass, man. I don't, that's fine. I share.
They should probably figure out how to grow some. Where is this cart?
Well, she's got mushrooms from the Underdark, but like, this is an appropriate time for mushrooms.
Probably not. I can't imagine this would be a good time for that.
Watching your foot grow back on mushrooms? No.
Now you feel the pain even more.
No.
But it's weird.
Sorry, now it reminded the last time I did shrooms, I was like, oh, it'd be really great to eat food right now because food. It was a terrible idea to eat food because you can like hear your own mouth like crunching things, and it was fucking awful. Like immediate regret on eating food.
So. Oh my goodness.
My senses are heightening. Let's expose 3 of them at once.
Yep, no, it was awful. It was.
There's a lot of them.
It'll be fine.
It was a better idea in my head than what it actually
turned out to be.
Terrible idea. So yes, you spend your first hour sitting around, getting your foot regrowing. You start to be able to breathe a little bit easier. Like even if it wasn't stopping you from being able to do actions, like it still hurt to breathe every time you took a deep breath. So now you're feeling a lot better. You can relax a whole lot more. And after an hour, everything's back to normal. You can wiggle your toes. You got toes. Woo.
I get out my drum on my guitar, and I start tapping with my new foot, just testing it out. Is the reflex is working out?
Yeah. You see Bruno sitting there, like just admiring his new, like your new bits are slightly discolored, like the rest of you is not necessarily tan, but darker than like your new bits. Your new bits are much,
fresh
they're like
skin.
a really light green.
Okay.
They haven't quite had
weathering.
They haven't quite been weathered yet, so it looks off. But
the melanocytes haven't formed yet.
Mm-hmm. Besides that, you're back to 100%.
Nice. Woohoo!
Whatever.
Just make sure you put a whole bunch of sunscreen on that hand, Bruno, because you're gonna get sunburnt. So
Bruno might have light sensitivity for all you know.
By what? By what sun? We're underground.
Not anymore.
I mean, you're still in the bottom of a mountain.
Yeah,
you're just not in the.
But
Underdark.
I mean, eventually.
You all can see my lovely girl.
Yeah, so
girl.
Yeah, so can we find out anything, Etzley, about like what's the current status of the Church of Kronos? What happened after you guys kicked their butts in the Underdark? What's the political situation these days? You know people who know people?
DM, remind me. Do I know people?
I mean, you have you have your criminal background. You can find criminals out here. What information they have is, I don't know.
They probably know about the law.
What questions they're gonna ask?
Oh, they definitely know what the law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it depends on what questions. You're not. So I mean, you would know this. Sock is in the Everlasting Peaks, which are a mountain. Set of mountains. I had a map. I should probably bring that up. Which are a set of mountains on the surface, and these mountains, while they are not technically part of Leonis, which is the kingdom that you've been running away from this whole time, they are within it in like so much as that they're like in their territory, but they're separate countries, more like.
So it's
like Burgundy or something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me give me a second. Talk among yourselves while I find a map real quick, because there is a map to all this nonsense. I just have to find it.
Okay.
So depending on the questions, I could definitely find some criminals in this town and see what they have to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, see if the army was weakened up here because of their losses in the Underdark, maybe, and if they've been cracking down more up here because they lost down there, or if they're gearing up to go again.
And things could also be complicated because of the time warp stuff that they do.
Yeah, I don't. This pretty exotic company you guys have.
Oh, trust me, I'm still new.
That's true. You're not even an original member of this.
No.
This crew of nonsense.
Yeah. Sucked into it. Now she's got a vendetta.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now you're stuck here.
I need to kill that one lady who I was close to killing that one time.
Claire, the one who hired you? Yes.
Oh, I would have completely acted that out differently if I had remembered.
No, that is 100. The person who hired you, that is the person that you that got away with 4 HP.
Okay. So in that case, let's just pretend that whole time Etsley was glaring at her. Let's just pretend. Let's just pretend that was what happened.
Everlasting tub.
Yep. Ooh, I want to go to the beach.
Ooh.
Yep, there you go. There's your map. So Leonis is the bottom section of this. Horatio would remember he is from not Leonis. He is from a country that used to exist on this peninsula. And I told you the name of, and now I can't remember. Nospal. Which used to mostly take up the northern half of this territory. So you cut this in half. There we go. The northern half was Nospal. The southern half was Leonis. About 3-ish years ago, Leonis started invading Nospal out of nowhere.
I
and
still don't know where I'm from.
Just kind of overwhelmed Nospal. And that's what forced Horatio to go underground, because he was running away from the army of Leonis, who just kind of plowed on through. And since then, Leonis has kind of stopped their expansion, and they pretty much have stopped it at the mountains. That's as far as they can get. And so now you are in the Everlasting Tops. You are in this set of mountains, just very deep underground, in these mountains. So that's kind of
where roughly would my former residence be?
I had imagined that it would be here.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
But that was just kind of where I imagined it. But I can move. I don't know. It's up to you. I just wanted to have
that makes sense.
But, so yeah. So if you want to go look for information, right? Etsley?
Yeah, sure.
If she's willing.
All right. So if you want to spend your time doing that, you can roll me you're gonna find somebody. Again, you can just find people.
Yeah, because I have my ear to the ground.
Yeah. So you can just find people. I still want you to roll either persuasion or intimidation, depending on how you want to get your information, to see how much they're willing to actually give you. And there's probably going to be a monetary cost, because information is
there's always
valuable.
A monetary cost.
Yeah. They're not just going to give it to you for free.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll get a pretty good amount, and they probably won't charge you too much. They charge you 25 gold.
That's fine.
So, and then you can what questions you got?
What questions did Preet tell me?
About the situation with the crown, the power, whether or not there are defeats in the underground. Like, did the information of their defeats get out here? Did it make them weaker, or did they crack down more?
Have they been cracking down on crime more, or
kind of
like the situation with drug trade?
Drug trade.
Just kind of a sneaky way of asking how things at the borders of the countries are, because when you're like smuggling drugs, like you need to know.
Okay. Yeah, sure thing. So, power-wise, King Maxim is still the king. Doesn't seem to be too bothered about whatever happened in the Underdark. It's granted, whatever happened in the Underdark only happened like 3-4 weeks ago. So word of it getting out to the surface isn't actually, like, the general public does not know. Because it didn't happen all that long ago. It happened somewhere where no one, like, it's not like there's newspapers or anybody live tweeting this shit. The people who control the information are the military and the government, so they're not going to tell everybody that they were defeated.
Like, really defeated.
I know what I'm going to be writing down on the streets, and thieves can't.
Yeah. On the other hand, the thieves and because they have to be aware of trading routes, they are aware that, like, the King's Road is now open. Jocelyn has been open now because of their defeat. So as far as trade is concerned with the black market, things are better. so that's nice.
Mhm.
But is on the surface, the norm everyday citizens, they have no idea what's going on. Everyday citizens on the surface are mostly concerned, as far as trade is they're concerned about this pass that's on the map. There. That is kind of the only way to get things in and out of between the two countries. Is this one fairly narrow pass? Like it's wide enough for trade, but also narrow enough that it's very easily defensible. Which is both. It's nice because neither the Historia, which is the country to the north, nor the Leones can't really go at each other all that much, because the best way to get foot soldiers through is through this pass, and they're like, it's easily defensible. I literally just stick soldiers on one end and shoot you if we want to. So they're really friendly to each other, because attacking each other seems like a really stupid idea. So they don't. They tend not to attack each other. They are in very good, tense but good relationship.
Oh god, I just thought of a good way of starting shit. Oh no. Darn you, chaotic brain. Shush.
No. The king of the everlasting tops, which is, you find out his name is Yupon Axspine. King Axspine is very friendly with both the king of Historia and King Maxim of Leonis, because he kind of is in charge. This is all his territory, so he gets attacks both sides to use the pass. He's in charge of it, and gets, so if Leonis wants to send anything to Historia, he gets to tax them, and if Historia wants to send anything to Leonis, he gets to tax them. So he gets a good amount of revenue from things going through this one pass. He likes it. It's nice for him. He does have a very good working relationship with King Maxim, as you already knew from your letter from Elia. They get along just fine. There's no tension there whatsoever. But
we could start some tension.
Yeah. There is, there's people who are upset about the totalitarian nature of the king of Leonis. They do not like that. They do not like the Church of Kronos, because they're pretty much, they're more or less a theocracy, so they're going around.
I like it more or less.
Yeah, so they're more like a theocracy at this point, and they're going around oppressing other countries, and obviously have started shit in the Underdark too. But so the king of the king of Everlasting Tops, Yupon, is not allowing the armies of either Historia or Leonis into the peaks, or to the tops at all. They can't. He's not really even letting them use the valley there to that pass either. He's just keeping them like, nope, we're not doing this bullshit of having armies be here. You can hang out at the foot of the mountains, but you can't go up the mountains. He will still let not dictators. What is it called? Diplomats. Thank you. I know it started with a D. Diplomats like Claire into the city and into the Everlasting Tops. He'd welcome King Maxim if he were to come by too.
So after that, I'm gonna tell my fellow about what happened in the Underdark, and how if this news got out, it would probably really annoy King Maxim. If the criminal underground wanted to annoy the king, they could make this spread like wildfire. And then I'm just gonna leave it at that, thank him, and walk away.
Okay. Well, we'll see what they use it for.
That's not even the plan that I had in my head. The plan in my head was so much worse. It is so much worse. I'm not even in a state where I could do it yet. I'm not even in the part of these mountains where I could do it yet.
No, you're still at the very, very outer edge of these mountains. You're just deep underground.
But to do it, I would need the whole squad on board. So,
well, you can tell the squad about it if you want to.
Can't just plant bombs myself.
Any other questions for your friend here?
For my friend, yeah. Before I go, I'm gonna ask who I can go to identify some poisons.
Okay. Yeah, he'll tell you. He'll give you the name of somebody shady who will do that for you.
And I want to figure out what these 5 poisons are that I have.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I know what those 5 poisons are.
Give me 5 poisons.
You have
Give me things that are poisonous.
Poisons. I did. I don't know if the description, like, I think the description that I had for those were meant to just like for you to just sell them, not for you to want to use them. So I'm gonna figure out what they actually do.
You gave the snake woman.
I know.
You gave the snake woman poison and expected me to sell them?
Random loot tables. Ooh. Yeah, you can get them appraised, and I will figure out what they do. But you can get them appraised. That part's easy.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't believe you thought I wouldn't want to use these. I'm a snake.
I didn't plan to give them to you. You rolled the dice, and that's what you got.
And now you have to roll with the rules of the dice.
Now I have to figure out what they do. I don't know what they do. They do something, clearly.
They do some kind of poison.
They're very expensive, so they do something cool. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Okay. So you got a week, so I'll let you think about your week if you want to pick up something. You have a whole week to do this. This isn't going to take you a week to find out this information.
I do have boots. I do have the nice boots from that guy we killed that I stole his boots.
Oh yeah. You have a lot of have a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And I have a 500 gold worth box to sell.
Yep. You guys got a whole lot of things to sell if you want to sell.
So those 2 things I would like to sell.
We also have Herrick had a very pretty spear that was worth a lot of money on him.
Yep. Herrick had a fancy spear.
Well, he's gonna have to sell it when he comes back alive. And I have 2 extra short swords that I'm not gonna use. That I might as well sell.
You have short swords you want to sell?
I have 2 of them.
Okay. So let's start with the box. The box, so when you go get you take the box has your whatchamacallits in it, your poisons in it. Or the other way around. Contains your poisons. So with that said, you can that's not what I want. You can get them all sort of appraised.
Yeah.
Together, the person who appraises them tells you that he will give you 500 gold for the lot of it, the poisons and the box.
How about 500 gold, but just for the box?
You can roll persuasion. Man, look at you.
I'm proficient.
You're very persuasive.
You're actually expertise in that.
Yeah, goodness. 400 for the box.
450.
Fine. So he will buy it off of you for 450. And you still have poisons.
Nice. I lost 20. I lost 25 getting information, but I gained 450.
All right. And then the fancy boots. He had fancy boots. I don't know. Okay. How much is he gonna give you? How much is he gonna give you for those boots? He's gonna give you. He'll give you 42 gold for those boots.
42 gold. Make it 50.
He'll make it 50 with that.
Okay. Yay!
All right. So that's anything else you want to sell?
Hold on, I'm doing maths.
That's 500.
I
know, but I'm adding it to what I already have. Gosh.
Oh yeah, and then I don't even know how much short swords are like worthless. Not worthless, but they're relative to what you had. They're not worth a whole lot.
They are worth 10 gold each.
So he'll give you 5
for each.
Yeah, he's not gonna buy them at price, like whatever.
No,
that's fine. That's fine. I'll accept 5 each.
Okay, so you 10 more gold then, if you sell them both.
Yup.
All right. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I guess I'll practice my bartending.
Practice your bartending. Okay.
It might come in handy.
All right. Who's next? Who's got a week's worth of things I want to do?
I can go next.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, me and Bruno are gonna spend 3.25 days doing the spell exchange thing.
Okay.
And I'll pay for the cost of his as well.
Oh, okay.
And then I would like to go, once those days are over, I would like to go and see if I am able to find a black pearl.
A black pearl.
Worth at least 500 GP.
With at least 500 GP. Yeah, you find like a jewelry shop that has gemstones and pearls and whatnots. You see that there's one that's on sale for 750.
Yeah. Can I get them to crush it up for me? Because I need it to be a powder.
This is a work of art, sir.
It's a pearl.
Yes, nature does artwork. I will not sell it to somebody who's just going to crush it.
Are you sure you didn't want me to come with me? Are you sure you didn't want me, the persuasive one, to come with you?
I can be persuasive. I'll give you 800 for it then.
We can roll persuasion.
I'm not that persuasive.
I don't. Oh my gosh.
Well,
you insult me. 900 gold.
what? I didn't hear that.
900 gold.
Deal.
Okay. He takes the black pearl out to the back of the shop and comes back with a nice little like a nice little small jar with it in it, all crushed up.
Thank you very much. And I can now cast Circle of Death.
Circle of Death. Okay.
That's what I needed it for.
Cool.
Circle of life? No.
Anything
Circle
else?
of death? Yeah.
Anything else for Horatio?
Otherwise, I want to do some stuff.
Do I know about the God's Dream?
Do you know about God's Dream? Yeah, no. You have no idea about God's Dream.
Okay. Then no.
The answer is yeah, no.
All right. Preet.
Yeah,
What
well,
do you wanna do?
Preet's gonna busk to see if she can make some money.
Okay.
So performance.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Yeah. 18.
18. So let me. Where are you? You make 109 gold.
Oh my gosh. Well, she's gonna take a little bit and go buy a deck of playing cards. So I'll just take off one.
Yeah.
And yeah, like she's gonna rehearse during the day, but in the evening she's gonna like learn how to play cards, and that's what she's gonna do for her week is obtain a proficiency in with her card playing set. Or
card playing set.
Yeah.
All right.
To pick up a card playing set.
And I'm gonna like test my drink skills on you. So while you're playing cards, you're just getting all these new cool drinks.
I'll learn how to play drunk. This is good. This is a good skill to have when you're a bard.
So if someone tries to get you drunk while playing cards so they can win, it won't work.
Yeah,
so they got the skills.
It's state dependent learning. I have to be drunk to play cards now.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. The state where I learned it is how I can best remember it.
All right. Anything else for you?
No, she's a card shark now. That's good.
Okay. if you practice with these, you can gain proficiency with them. All right. And that takes us to Felix. Felix left us a note of things that she wanted to do.
Yes.
Mhm.
So on her first day, she never told me what she was
Of
going to build.
Christmas?
She built something.
Something for Chomper?
She built Chomper. So Chomper's back.
Woo.
I think she won it for one of the interns. So you all get to decide which intern gets it.
Who runs into
Don't trust Bruno.
I would say Tiago. Tiago
Yeah,
can
Tiago
use
deserves it.
Chamber because to get like flanking and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So Tiago now has control of Chomper. So whoever runs Tiago, you have Chomper
For
and
now.
Tiago to control.
Yay!
He's not that hard to control.
Yeah, he can attack or he can run away. Like
That's it.
He's got a nice little grapple thing, which is neat.
Yeah,
That's about
when he attacks, he also like grapples
Muffin?
people. Yes.
Muffin?
Yes.
Where's Chomper?
Oh, you don't have it because I took him away from everybody because
Nope.
he died.
How dare
I
you.
still have him.
But now that he's not dead, he can come on back. I'll find him. I don't even know what familiars. There's Chomper. Chomper. Edit Chomper. And I'm gonna take it out of you and just give it to the whole party.
Yay!
There we go. There's Chomper.
Gimme, gimme, gimme. And now to change his picture to actually Chomper.
Okay. Yeah, he's yours.
'Cause I can do that now and Micro can't stop me.
That's on
I
his
can just change it back. Like,
Oh, this will be a
all over
battle.
him.
This will be a battle.
Yeah. Felix can customize Chomper to look however she wants him to look. So
Oh, that is true.
yeah. So if she wants to listen, which I'm sure she'll listen to Etzley, if she wants to make him look like a chain chomp, she will make him look like a chain chomp.
Chomper from Land Before Time.
Oh, that Chomper. Yeah.
That Chomper.
That makes
I
even
love
less
that
sense.
Chomper.
I love how less sense that makes. It's good. Okay.
Chomper is beautiful.
She makes Felix also makes herself a steel defender. We don't know what it looks like. I'm gonna wait for Felix to come back to let us know what her steel defender looks like.
Okay.
She is a she's a battlesmith now, so
Ooh.
she gets another. You have so many creatures. But she gets to decide exactly what it looks like.
Speaking of whom?
Ooh, okay. Right on time.
Hey, we were just talking. Just got to your bit.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Chrissy, you should totally make Chomper look like Chomper from Land Before Time. Please do it. Just
Okay.
to annoy Micro.
It's
Okay.
not gonna annoy me. I just think it's weird.
This is a conversation you walked
You're
into.
weird.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, we are welcome to the party, Chrissy.
Welcome to my battle for Chomper.
Everything.
Yeah.
We were at your bit, so you
Okay.
have so far remade Chomper. Because you are remaking Chomper, he can be remade and to look like whatever you want him to be remade. Like so far, Etsy has asked you if he can look like a very small dinosaur with a big head.
He's so cute.
And if that's what Edsley wants, that's what Edsley will get.
Okay.
Yay!
Because I don't care.
Okay, so Chomper now looks like a robotic dinosaur.
Yep.
That's what Chomper looks like now.
Oh,
Okay.
hell yeah. And I'm about to change his picture.
Do
It'll be
it.
great.
Good. And that leaves us to, we were wondering what your Steel Defender looks like.
My Steel Defender looks kind of like a large, muscular, armored weasel, and her name is Buttercup.
Nice.
Yes.
Buttercup. We're gonna have to find a picture of Buttercup to use.
Robot weasel.
I want to Google robot weasel and see what I get.
Yeah.
I changed Chomper's picture.
We'll have to make a new token for Chomper as well. Okay. And then so that's about as far as we had gotten
Okay.
with your bit,
I'm
Felix.
so giddy right now.
Is we have Chomper and we have a Buttercup.
Okay.
And then you wanted to ask your mom some questions.
Yes. Yes.
So what did we want to ask?
So I'm gonna Are we acting this out, or am I just telling you?
You can just tell me.
All right. I was going to ask her about God's dream. What is it? What's it worth? What does it do? Everything she can tell me about God's dream.
Where did it
She has
come
no idea
from?
what you're
Where did it
talking about.
go?
Really?
Really?
Hmm.
You have
All
a
right.
notebook worth of information. Well, some amount of information on it.
All right.
Ooh, thank you.
Well, I just assumed that because of her job, she would know. So it's interesting that she doesn't. So,
If you want to spend a little bit of time reading through the chapters that exist on God's Dream in your book, it pretty much Drano's pretty much explains that this is like a brand new thing. Like he has discovered it. That's why it was such a big deal. So it's not being sold on the black market because Drano's discovered this stuff. So it's not like it's sold anywhere. You can't just do it. And so far, the only two properties that he found from it is, well, three things, I suppose. It's got psychic powers, so it affects people's psyche. He found that if it's incorporated into weapons, it makes the user be able to predict like the weak points of people. Mechanically, it means that you get a crit on a 19 or a 20. If it's incorporated into armor, it lets you read your opponent's movements so that you can more easily dodge them. In other words, it gives people disadvantage on hitting you.
We should totally put that on our armor.
Yeah. All right. So, I wanted to sell that big giant diamond. So I was going to ask her, do you know who would buy a big giant 5,000K gold diamond?
She'll fence it for you for a fee, of course. And she's fairly certain, so she can sell it for you for 8,000. And she'll take 500 of that.
All right, so 8,000, and she's gonna take 5,500.
Yeah, so you'd get 750 or 7,500.
Okay, I say thank you.
Yeah, so she'll fence it for you.
Sounds good to me, Mom. Let's see. I wrote everything down because I knew I would have.
Oh, that's I got your message here. So you said Smith's tools. You can just go ahead and buy those.
Yeah.
Plant on book care for Preet, so she doesn't have a bunch of dead plants.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And a book about Underdark Gnomish law / Gnomish law.
Yes.
Okay, so those are the two books that you have decided to find. How do you plan on finding these books?
Well, I was gonna look around and see if there were any bookstores.
There are bookstores. They seem to be more like Barnes and Noble bookstores. So they have like the modern, like not necessarily, but like classic dwarven stories, and then like a bunch of romance novels. Not necessarily anything as specific as Underdark, Gnomish law, and
that's not exactly.
No, you do find the plant book. That one's easy.
All right, so I will
Plant
get
book you find.
plant book. So I pick up the plant book.
Super cheap.
And I asked them if I needed to find like more informational, more esoteric subjects, legal things about laws. Where would I go, do you think?
The library. It's always the library.
Right. I'll go to the library.
All right.
The library.
Did I say library? I meant library.
So it's going to be 25 gold pieces for the book.
Okay.
On plant stuff. Printing press has not been invented yet, so books are still pricey.
There's writing magic.
There is writing magic. It's also expensive. They got a monopoly on that shit. There's Dwarven Amazon has been crushing. You know.
Don't talk to me about Amazon today.
Okay.
Not today.
Not today.
Talk about Amazon tomorrow.
Okay.
I have beef with Amazon today.
So yes, you'd have to go to the library if you want to do an investigation.
Okay, let's see.
My poor sister. I'm gonna end up eating all of her chocolate
Oh,
covered ice
I
cream.
hit the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Yeah, you find 3 books. One on Gnomish law, one on Underdark law, common laws, and one on contract law.
All right. Ooh, can I take them out?
You're gonna have to fill out some paperwork and give them a deposit because they don't
Right.
trust people to just take their books. So they ask
Right.
you for 50 gold pieces deposit to bring back the books. You'll
Yeah,
get it back
alright.
once you bring back the books.
I give them the 50 gold. And then I'm gonna bring it back and I'm going to like split them up and see if people will help me read through some of these things.
I don't do laws.
Yeah, let me check. This is about your intelligence check, right? I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Bruno and Horatio are busy.
Yeah.
I do have good intelligence, but I don't do laws.
Etsley,
Well,
Fine.
I've got history,
Fine,
so
I'll
if
help.
one of them can be from a history perspective, I can work on that element.
Yeah, I've got a +4 to intelligence, so
I would say Underdark Law.
All right.
Okay. So Preet's gonna
I'll
read
help.
Underdark Law. Which one are you gonna read, Etsley? Contract law or Gnomish law?
You read contract, I'll read gnomish. I'm gnome.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right. You all can do either investigation or history, whichever one you have proficiency in, I guess.
Well, 6 of one, half
I have
dozen of the other.
+4 to
so.
both of them, so
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
11.
Oh, 14. That's not
11,
bad.
14. Okay. Preet had Underdark Law. As you read through the book, you do notice a pattern that is there are no common laws. Like
Okay.
the pattern is that every city is kind of their own thing. They're all like city states, where every city runs their things their own way. There are kind of common agreements that you see between cities where they'll, especially if they're on a common route, they'll help maintain that route just for trading purposes, as you have seen on King's Road.
Okay.
They will gladly help each other out in that way. But besides that, each city is going to have its own specific set of laws that they will follow and will not necessarily transfer to any other city.
All right.
So you would need to know, so you would need to know the law for that city.
Yeah, I relay that information to Felix and
I'm being
Etsley.
attacked by duggos.
Aw.
Thank you. Thanks for the assistant. Here, have a plant book.
Oh, wow. Groovy, man. Yeah, I smoke it. I should know how to grow it. Thanks.
Well, I figured you had a whole, like, living plant thing that you have now. Cart.
Yeah.
Cart.
Thanks.
You know, you don't want that to just be dead.
No.
Then you're walking around with a dead plant.
I gotta figure out when to water things and weed them or whatever. Yeah, thanks. Awesome.
Sure, cool. Thanks. All right.
Etsley, you read
Contract
law. Contract law. There was a lot of stories in the book that you read that pretty much tell you that you need to make sure that you always read your contract. If all the bits of the contract have been fulfilled, then you're probably going to have a very hard time having a case. If you unless there is something illegal in the contract, which is your best bet at having a case when it comes to contracts, is to find if there is something written illegally that like you just can't do that. So if the contract says that, for example, for mercenaries, that you're allowed to torture, and the city's or the country's law says that torture is not okay, it does not matter that the contract said it was okay. The country's or city's laws supersede that.
Yeah, and I'll relay this information.
Cool. All right.
You want a drink?
Yeah.
I like
practicing
spin
her.
an empty like shaker cup around like it's a gun from a Western movie.
Well, if you're making one.
Yeah, I'll make it too.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And lastly, Felix was looking up Gnomish law. Gnomish law. So, gosh, I did not have enough time to come up with the Gnomish Constitution, but I really should have.
If you want to like come back and
I might have to come back to the Gnomish Constitution.
Just
Okay,
like with my poison.
But yeah, just like with the poisons. Notes that I should write down and not forget.
Yes.
Write down Gnomish law. And what the poisons do, because I have no idea what your poisons do.
Also, if they have like conquest laws. That would be
Poisons. And
Right
gnome
of-
constitution.
yeah.
Okay.
We're getting ready for a lawsuit.
Yep. I've been preparing in the background for this lawsuit. I watched Christy run a court case, so that has been good research.
I had to come up with how to do the trial and everything.
Yep, I might pick up. There's a set of games called Phoenix Wright. I might have to pick those up and maybe find some mechanics from that game to make you all do.
As long as we get to shout objection, I'm fine.
Yes. So I'll see. I'll have to go watch some law shows because
Glad
all fake
in
law
that
anyway.
case- In that case, I'm so glad I'm proficient in deception and persuasion.
And persuasion. That'll be,
I have a plus 12 to both of those.
Yep. I'm gonna have to when we get there. I'm gonna have to figure
Yeah.
out a way to mechanically let you all do a court case.
Jewel, you're supposed to breathe in between gulps.
Oh, buddy. All right, so that all of your research plus making your first steel defender, because you need a long rest between them. It takes you 1 day, so you still have 6 days left because you got a whole week.
All right. So I gotta I will train I'll train Rosie. I want to like spend like an hour a day training Rosie. That's
Okay.
kinda how I wanna, instead of just like 1 day of training, I want to kind of break it up over the days.
Okay. Yeah, that part you can do animal handling for me.
All right, and I'm gonna get
Okay.
my girl Petunia to help me.
Okay, yeah, with the two of you, since she more easily communicates with Rosie, you can do it with advantage. Oh, right, look at that.
Oh, woo.
By the end of the week, and you can still do other things, but by the end of your week of training, Rosie, you find that you can give her some pretty basic commands that she'll listen to. So come here. You'll notice that she kind of blinks back to you if you say come here. Yep. There's a little blink noise and heads on over. She can
bam.
like bam.
That's the appropriate noise.
I liked the other noise.
You can more or less tell her where to go, and she'll go there.
Okay.
So you kind of have movement controls over Rosie now. She'll come and she'll go places. She's still not all that good at being sneaky when you tell her to go places. Like she like very happily meows her way over there.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yep. I'm not sure Displacer Beasts are known for being sneaky. That's not really their thing. They're really known for just being large things with tentacles on them. Not the sneakiest things in the world. At least not for human / gnomish
You don't need
standards.
to be sneaky when you can just teleport.
Yeah, so they don't do the whole sneaking around bit. And then finally, you notice that at this point, Rosie is Still looks like a kitten. Like she still has like her paws are way bigger than her face, but she's about like half your height.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's a good
Oh,
kitty.
snap.
Good kitty. Nice kitty.
Which I think, and also I think you're still defender. I forgot what it would look like already.
The
Robot weasel, the mecha
The
weasel.
robot weasel. The robot weasel's a medium creature, so that thing's bigger than you.
yeah, that's fine.
Also, just as a side note, when the last time I played an artificer as a gnome, you can ride your steel defender.
Yes.
You can mount it.
You can ride into battle on a
You can
robot
ride on.
weasel.
Yes,
Oh
you can.
my
Not
god.
that
Fucking awesome is
really
that?
not that fast, but
I
I
need to
can
draw that.
stroll into battle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cast haste
Yeah.
on it.
Yep. You keep
Well, there
those things
you
are useful.
I do have haste now.
Mhm.
That's a good idea.
Yep. Gnomes with steel defenders are great. I had so much fun playing mine, and I just rode my little mount everywhere. It was great.
I'm being attacked.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Okay, so that's the conclusion of that. But you still have plenty of time because you really only spent like an hour a
Okay.
day. Anything? What else would you like to do for your week?
I have to send the letter to my to our lawyers.
Yes.
I will write down everything I was able to find, and just ask for an update, and tell them to send it to my mom. But like I don't say my mom, I said
Send it to this address.
Yeah.
this address.
Care of
P.O. box.
Belgarin.
So I think
I love that we're like preparing for a lawsuit. That's
I
just great.
know.
Waiting
I-
rooms, like vets, customs, lawsuit.
going to be 168 copper pieces, which is I don't remember how much gold. Someone
Okay.
who's better at math. Can,
What did you say?
168 copper pieces.
168 copper. Yes, let's see. That is 1.68 goals. Gold.
There you go.
Alright.
So
Goals.
Is there a way to send a self-addressed stamped envelope for them to return? Because I have a feeling that they're lawyers. They're gonna want.
what you can send like 2 gold pieces along to pay for the return. That's one way to do it. Also, the other thing is they probably send it anyway and then just charge you when you meet up with them again.
That's a good point. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
We're good for that. All right. So we need to give Tiaho and Bruno their money.
Which I think Micro figured out how much you owe him. Oh,
Yes, but I don't remember. It is in the.
it's like 15 to 20 gold pieces each.
Where did you go? Let's see.
Yeah, that's right. It's in Twitter. So yeah, 20.
Yeah, I'm scrolling.
20 gold apiece,
Oh my gosh, pumpkin.
including hazard pay, and let them go have fun.
Not too much fun.
So how much?
20 gold
Each.
apiece, probably. Take it out of the kitty.
So 40. Oh, this
I
weird
think we need to have a
number.
discussion with Bruno about the importance of not spending all his money in one place. Cough, cough.
Poor Bruno. Poor Bruno.
Well, if he's
Poor
gonna-
Bruno.
If he's gonna act like a child, we have to treat him like a child.
Okay, it's been taken out of the kitty.
Thank you. So I give that to, I'll let Edsley give it to Tiaho, and I'll give Bruno his.
Yeah.
We're giving you a little bit extra because I know it's been
A lot.
intense. It's been a lot. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of sword does Tiaho have?
Tiaho, I know she has a +1 weapon.
Long sword.
She's got a
+1 long sword.
Okay.
Yeah, she has a +1 longsword. That's what she
and
has.
then okay. Has anybody been keeping track of how much money these two have?
No.
Hmm.
You'd pay them more than once.
They would have at least 30 each plus whatever they got from loot. So they probably
There's
have
no place to keep track of that.
Yeah.
No, but
I just realized that. I can put them in their notes.
I would estimate that they have somewhere between
Well,
probably somewhere
Bruno-
between 50 and 100.
Yeah, but Bruno got like
100.
100 or something at one point, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, because he got extra loot from that.
Yeah.
From that
Killing
dungeon he came with us with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He killed the servant.
So he probably have 100 and I don't know 150, and Tiago probably has what, like
Monkey, be careful with your
60,
ear.
65 or something like that.
65. Okay.
I'm just like trying. To,
I think those are good guesses because
I'm
I
guesstimating
also
here.
don't remember.
I'm guesstimating here.
65 gold pieces. I will track those now on their sheet, so that I remember because Bruno's gonna go buy himself something nice.
Chrissy,
Bruno.
were
Yeah.
you gonna do anything with your the party's armor and that stuff you got? While you were here for a week, go to the armory.
Yeah, probably. So one thing I have to do is talk to Edsley about if we are going to offer you guys a job.
All right,
So-
you guys talk. I'm gonna be right back. I need to buy a break real quick.
Okay.
So,
Woo.
Edsley,
Yeah.
you know the goldfish guy and Preet?
Oh, I know the goldfish guy.
Yeah.
And I know Preet. Been fixing her drinks
have a
left and
name.
right.
Right.
Oh yeah, Trevor.
Trevor the goldfish guy, right? Yeah. Anyway,
I'm looking off.
you're not there. You
I know.
were
We're having this.
here.
This is a private conversation.
I also said I'm logging off.
Okay, bye, Muffin. I'll talk to you when the game's over. Okay, I'll let you know what happened. I'll let you know what I made
Okay, sorry.
Horatio do.
Back to the game.
Okay.
Back to the game.
I love you.
Okay. I was thinking maybe we should offer them a job, like more
I
permanently.
mean, yeah. I mean, if they're gonna be working with us and for us, I mean, they haven't left or anything.
Yeah, but like I feel like, we could have them sign papers and maybe give them a sign-on bonus. I'm looking to grow the company.
Yeah, the more numbers, the better chances we have. So
You
it'll
do
be
have a
harder to
book and
sneak around,
contract
but
law
I can
then.
do that.
Do you Yeah, you do have a contract book.
Yeah. You'd be very good at this now.
I have it right. I'm.
Yeah.
And plus,
So, sorry?
as criminal hire, I have seen a number of contracts in my day.
yeah, I bet. So that's good. Do you think we should let them read those extra books that we got? The special ones?
Which ones are the special ones? I don't know which ones you're talking.
Your stat upgrade ones.
There's a
Had one
dex
for
one,
something.
dex one, and a strength one.
Yeah, we can. We let them read it.
If they want.
Things fine.
They
If
might
they
not
want to.
And yeah, so turns out
The
with
more
this
help we have, the
Godfrey
better.
stuff, I can do some kind of interesting things with weapons and stuff, weapons and armor. So if people want me to, I could probably spend the rest of the week doing that. Maybe have you bring the library books back.
Yeah. I would like some of that stone stuff on my armor.
So is Felix gonna try to put this stuff on the armor herself?
Yep.
Okay.
He is a
Do
match.
you want to
for
do
Smith.
me an Arcana and see how confident you are in that?
Yes, you're so arcane.
You're so arcane. How to put this? You are sure that given enough time, you could do something with it. Your biggest issue is that you don't necessarily have the tools. Like you have Smith's tools, which are great for like bending and like manipulating metals and stuff, but you also need to refine. Like you just have a hunk of metal.
Oh, it's the ore.
You have the ore. You need to refine it so that it's actually like a piece of metal. You need like a blacksmith
Or Erasmus.
You need to, or Erasmus to heat it up and melt it. So you do not have those tools. You need a giant furnace to heat it up so that you can actually get the metal. Once you get the metal, at that point you're like, you could probably maybe figure something out. You're just also not sure what's gonna happen.
I could see
Because
Felix totally renting out a blacksmith's and then being there with her goggles and like sticking it in the fire and trying to pour it out into things.
I guess I'll go see if I can go look at check out a blacksmith and see if he'll rent out a smithy.
And while you're doing that, I'll go return these books.
All right.
Bruno's gonna tag along with you because he wants to go to blacksmith as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Horatio's gonna come along too because he finds out there's magic metals.
What magic metals?
Preet's gonna go
Being
out in the
stalked by
street
a
and
bitch.
busk until someone tries to pick her up, and then she'll see what happens.
Sounds good. Okay,
I'm just
Bruno.
imagining Preet just standing out on the corner of the, like, next to where the bar is and just going, hey, you there.
You'll do.
You'll do. Come here.
Felix's mom walks out and just kind of gives you a look and walks out into the city. It's just like, okay. And just kind of goes back, you know, the bar is empty now, so.
I know. Been waiting
Why
for
do
them
you
to
think I'm
leave.
doing what I'm doing.
All right, Bruno finds you. Bruno's very excited because he has heard things, and he's heard about a blacksmith called How Riveting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh.
At least he
that's
has
beautiful.
Mama Felix to be there.
And so he goes, he tags along very excitedly, like he is giddy like a schoolboy right now about going here. He has this quarterstaff with him, and there's a young, fairly young looking dwarf sitting, trying to work with some metals, pounding on them with his hammer and whatnots. And Bruno excitedly comes out and just says, "Hey, can you help me? I have this." And the dwarf just stops and just like, "Buddy, you need to tone it down." To which Bruno kind of quiets down. Well, I heard that you can do some really cool things with weapons, and I have this quarterstaff, and I was hoping you could put some spikes on it. The guy just looks at his course like, "Yeah, we could do that. Give me a day, I'll get it back to you." And then looks at you, Felix, and it's like, "What can I do for you?"
Can I rent out your furnace
No, that's
for like just a day?
okay. Do you have a blacksmithing license?
Yeah.
What's your blacksmithing number?
12. I mean, it's an Underdark license that I have.
Yeah. The Underdark isn't part of the union, ma'am. We don't let them use our equipment. We're under very strict guidelines.
I don't need your
union
equipment.
only.
I got my own fucking equipment. I just need the furnace.
Yeah, that's the equipment. We worked very hard to get this under union protection. We can't just hand it out to whoever. If you have something you want me to do, I can help you there, but not.
But it's a secret. Can I trust you?
With a secret? Well,
Secret.
It's a secret. How? Okay. What is your secret? You can trust me with your secret, ma'am.
Can I insight and see if I?
You can insight him.
Okay. That is not my number one. No.
You
Am I
you
still
can
there?
trust him with your
No,
secret.
you went to library.
You went to library.
Okay. I just want to know.
It's Bruno and Felix on their own.
And Horatio.
Horatio's there. I forgot about Horatio.
Horatio, can I trust him?
My insight is worse than yours.
Okay.
Well, there
Not
you
today.
go.
It's not.
Oh.
He doesn't seem to think that you have any actual secrets. He's like, this is a bunch of bullshit. Like, she gave me the number 12. Like, what do
Everyone
you
knows
like?
the number 12 is a bad number.
Hey, that's my number, man.
I lean in. I have Trevor hold up the bowl to her. Well, like, actually, she's half my height, so yeah. I put the bowl to her head, and I whisper, "I don't think he believes you have a secret."
Oh, I wish I was there right now.
Okay. And then I take out a little piece of my chunk of Godstream.
Well, I mean, they're chunks. You can take the smallest chunks of it.
I take the smallest chunk. I got 7 chunks of it, though.
You do have 7 chunks, various sizes, but you can pick the smallest of your chunks of Godstream.
See this stuff?
Yeah. What is it?
Doesn't matter, does it?
Oh.
I just need it to be a metal. I need you to melt it down so it can be a workable metal.
You just want bars of that stuff.
Bars.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's all I need, and I don't want you to tell anybody anything about it or do anything funny with it.
Is it going to do anything funny to me?
Possibly.
Possibly. More than likely not.
I mean,
Honest.
That is very honest. They might.
Yeah, it's a psychic metal. Like, for all we know, we don't even know how it reacts with heat.
It's true.
See, that's
we
why
know.
I was going to do it. I was going to take this bullet and not make you do it. And you're just like, no, I got to do it because I
don't even like
Wait. Did Horatio say the psychic metal part out loud?
No, I didn't. I don't know
Not
that.
all of the properties of this substance have been cataloged.
I see. Very well. We do specialize in this shop at with some what would you call it? Some weird magic.
Okay.
So
we are
Godstream.
quite specialized in this. If you would like us to properly use your metal,
I would like you to properly. Yeah. No, I want you to do it improperly. Of course, I want to do it properly.
okay. Well, then it's a good thing I'm not letting you just use my equipment.
I'm just
Very
saying.
well.
Again,
Mhm.
I could have taken this bullet for you. You guys want to do it all risky. That's your thing. All right. Because you're in the union.
Freaking union.
Mhm.
I have no idea what I'm doing now.
Felix is anti-union confirmed.
Oh my god.
Yep.
They're gonna steal my God's dream. No, you can't have it anymore. It's mine.
I don't think they want. I mean, I think he knows what it is.
No, they don't know what it is. Two of my friends died for this. You're gonna go telling people about it. I know it.
Like, okay, bam. Let me show you something.
Please let me know when I'm there.
You won't be there.
I don't think you will. Let me show you something.
Okay.
And he takes you to the back, and in front of you is a row of swords, and like, all right, pick one of them.
I pick one.
Okay. Give it. He kind of points you at a test dummy. Give it a good swing.
Okay. I give it a good swing.
Okay. It feels nowhere near as powerful as like your sword, your flame tongue.
Mhm.
It's just a normal, good old fashioned sword, like the ones that you practice with at school. Okay. So he then goes and reaches into a drawer and takes out a little a smooth blackish crystal thing. And he kind of slots it into on the, what are they called? Not the handle, the
Hilt.
pummel. The pummel.
Ah,
On the pummel, there's a little.
you can finish someone rightly.
Yes. There's a little indentation, and he kind of puts it in there, and then he gives it back to you and says, "All right, give it a try." Again.
I give it a try.
When you first grab it, just on its own, it already feels different. It actually feels a lot like your flame tongue. Not in the, like when you grab your, especially when you turn on your flame tongue, you can feel
Is
like
R&D laggy for anyone else, or is it just me?
Just you.
Oh, darn. Okay, I'm gonna leave and then come back then.
Okay.
When you hold it, it already feels like there's something, like you feel the energy. With your flame tongue, you feel it like not burn, but it feels warm on your hand, and you kind of feel this heat come off of it. This time it feels like the weapon is lighter than it was before he stuck the stone onto it. And then you swing it, and it hits about the same. But then he says, "Okay, think about it. Think about don't put it away. Don't sheath it. But think about sheathing your weapon."
All right, I think about sheathing it.
It disappears. It's gone. Just no longer there. There's like little blue sparklies where it used to be, but it's no longer there. You can't feel it. It doesn't weigh anything. Your hands are empty. Like you can open and close your hands and nothing. Like there's nothing there. Oh, can I help you?
I'm looking for the switch.
Oh, the switch. It's in the cat bed.
In the cat bed.
The cat.
Why is the switch in the cat bed?
Where else would it be? I don't know.
The cats wanted to play Animal Crossing. Duh.
Next he tells you, all right, think about holding the weapon again.
Okay, I think about holding the weapon again.
It reappears right in your hand.
That's interesting.
And Bruno just wanted to get spikes?
Bruno just wanted to get spikes. Well, that's all he can afford.
Well, I'm going to turn to Bruno and say, Ashley went to the library. Go get her.
Bruno's gonna run off.
All right.
I have, as he explains, I have many of these stones, and I'm very good with metals and gems that do all sorts of interesting things to your weapon. I am fairly certain I can handle your, what do you call this stuff?
Well, the guy who discovered it, who I might have killed him, but he called it God's dream.
Oh, well, I am fairly certain that I can deal with your God stream.
Okay.
If you would like me to do any, what does it? Do you know what that does?
I explained to him what it does that I know of. This is what we know of so far. It's new.
It's very well. Yes, putting it on a weapon is fairly simple. Would be rather inexpensive. If you would like more interesting things, it would cost a little bit more, take a little bit more time, but we could do that as well.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Mm.
What's your name?
What is your name, buddy?
Why did you bite me?
Bruce. That's his name.
Oh, Bruce.
Good
I had
name.
an uncle named Bruce. Good name. So Bruce.
It's Batman.
So we got this stuff, this God's Dream. Totally new thing. People have died getting it to you, believe it or not. It was a whole thing.
Mm.
Very dangerous, not easy to get, Underdark magic stuff, right?
Mm.
You've worked with magic stuff before. You can here, go ahead, take a look. You can tell it's good.
Mm-hmm. He takes out, I forgot what they're called, the little eyeglasses things that jewelers use.
Yeah.
Takes a quick look at it. It's like, yeah, I'm sure that we could easily get something out of this, varying chunks.
Mm-hmm. What I'm thinking is maybe you'd be interested into going into business with me.
Mm. What is your proposition?
I like how Felix thinks.
Because, I mean, you want to be at the very head of the pack, right? You want all the new magic stuff.
Mm-hmm. A lot of competition around here.
There's a lot of competition, but this way you can show off. I got 7 chunks of this stuff, right? I'd let you take it, you give us some interesting things with what we got, right? You can have the other half. No money needs to change hands, right? Then you can do with what you want with the other stuff. And if you think it is worthwhile, once you've played with it a bit, maybe we can go get more and you can be the doer of the stuff and we'll be the getter of the stuff.
Mm. I like your proposition.
Is this gonna be our jobs after like the whole?
You're gonna be miners.
Hell yeah! No, I'm
not a miner.
Minor, not a minor.
I know that's the joke.
I'm the bartender for the miners.
Yes.
You can. Oh, miners aren't supposed to drink alcohol. I'll stop.
Very well. I think give me a couple of days to refine your Godstream. I will do that part for free, and then I will see what properties come out of it once it is refined into a usable metal.
All right. So we'll be back in a couple of days and we'll maybe draw up a contract. My associate, Etsley, she's very good with contracts. That's why she was in the library, because of how good with contracts she is. They always want to go to the library, these contractual people. The only thing I do, again,
Yep.
just keep this on the down low.
Oh, yes. Trade secrets.
I love how the criminal in the group is now the contract person.
Yeah. No, that makes complete sense.
Gotta write up some shady contracts.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll see you in a couple days, Bruce.
I only write shady contracts for shady people.
All right. So there's a lot of things that you can do with. What is he gonna come up with? I'm gonna
Is any of it relevant to people who don't use weapons or armor?
Could you make a ring out of it, for instance?
Could you make a ring out of it?
A ring of
Could you
power.
incorporate it into a wand
Or
or a
gloves.
spellbook?
Like, oh, like
Probably. All
the
of those are
metal
things.
finger things that you put over your hands, like they have at Renaissance fairs.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, or that thumb thing from the Shadow and Bones trailer.
Yes. Okay. So, there's a lot. Okay, that one's a good one, I guess. Probably for. Okay, how many do you want him to actually turn into things? He probably doesn't have enough time to turn all of them into things. Probably can only do 3 of them.
Well, that is about half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
on
about
his
Yeah.
turn, So
So he'll have in 2 days. He'll have 7 bars for you, and you can turn half of them into things. So the question is, because nobody really knows yet what Godstream does. The next question he's going to ask is, what do you want it to be put on? Do you want it to be put on weapons, or do you want it to be put on armor?
All right. So in talking with the group,
I will volunteer my armor.
wait,
okay.
what is your armor made of?
My armor?
Yeah, isn't it leather?
I have studded leather armor.
Oh, so metal studs. Because if it's just leather, how is that
Yeah.
gonna work?
Well, you don't. So one of the things is these are chunks. These aren't like you couldn't make a full with the chunks that you have. You can't make a full suit of metal. So what he's gonna do is add something to the armor. It might just be a little medallion thing on the middle of it or something. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think I am all. I've got too much of my own stuff. I could maybe put it onto my defender.
Do you want to give that a try?
Well, how about, does anybody else have a particular use for it?
I would be interested to, if no one else wants to use it, because I would be interested to see what would happen if it was put on either my wand of War Mage or my spellbook. See if I can augment the spell with like psychic damage or something like that.
Treat would always like a new ring.
Just a ring.
Well, rings aren't that rings.
If you
don't
like
need a
it,
whole
then you
star.
should have put a ring on it.
I mean, here's where I'm at. I'm all maxed out on magic stuff.
Mhm.
Ah!
So I would have to take off my magic stuff to get more magic stuff. And I like my magic stuff. I like it.
Oh, if it's
You also have Tiaho and Bruno.
yes.
I also have Tiago and Bruno.
So if you think there's something that they would like, you can. Again, Bruno has asked for spikes on his quarterstaff, but
that quarterstaff is already magical, right?
no, it's just
No.
quarterstaff. He can't use Shavaris' quarterstaff because it's for
okay.
druids only, and he is not a druid.
Yeah. Well, he could use it.
he-
It just wouldn't be magical.
Yeah, so he's got his own. He's got the quarterstaff that he showed up with.
I mean,
And
yeah,
he's
I
putting
guess we
spikes on
could
that.
we could put some magic spikes on that. This is a lot of people now, though. We only got 3 bars, so
Like, as I said, well, does he need an entire bar for a ring?
He'd probably use. They're all different sizes, so he'd probably use one of the smaller ones
Okay.
for a ring.
Like the half bar.
So really, you have 3 magical items that you're going to be able to make.
Okay.
And all I need from you is to tell me how many of those are going to be weapons and how many of them are going to be. Then I'm going to consider a ring armor just for the sake of figuring out what you get.
And Horatio, right now we don't even know if you can get anything.
Yeah, no, that was just an offhand idea.
All right.
I mean, you can
I'll have
try.
him-
You don't know.
what I could do is I could give him these ideas and see if by the time we come back he comes up with anything.
He's not gonna. The problem is he's not gonna know. Nobody knows what this stuff does. He's just gonna have to stick it on something, and then you're gonna find out what it does.
Well, what if you got you're doing one piece of armor?
You have 3 chunks, so
Right,
you can
you
do
got-
as many pieces of armor as you
Well, I
want.
was just thinking if you want to like make it like so Esley is going to get the leather armor, you could do like one armor, one weapon, and then like one ring that could be worn by anybody, regardless of the kind of armor you wear.
Well, I'm also maxed out on attunement, so I wouldn't be able to. That's why I would incorporate it into something that I'm already attuned with.
Oh no. We're not That's crazy. I don't think you could even do that mechanically. Can you?
I don't know. I mean, you right now you don't have no idea what this stuff does.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's
usually you can't like add magic to
Yeah,
magic stuff. Like
that's true.
Just
But this is weird. So
This is
No,
weird
but-
stuff.
true.
just ignore me. I'm already way too powerful.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's-
and I think I have 3 items as well. So now that I'm looking at it, so I think the easiest thing is if you want to look at Bruno and Tiaho, or if Etzli can use 2 things. I don't know, a weapon and armor.
I think if we give something to Bruno, we should give something to Tiaho too. So maybe Tiaho can use the armor and Bruno can put it on his spikes.
Okay.
So 2
Okay.
armors and 1 spiky thing.
2 armors, 2 spiky things. Okay. So since you don't know what's gonna happen at the end of your 7 days, he gives you back what you asked for. The thing that Bruno did ask for, and he's gonna lose 100 gold for this, is he asked for spikes on his things. If Bruno uses his quarterstaff, which I'm not sure how often he will, if he does manage to use his quarterstaff, he will crit on a 19 or a 20 moving forward.
Let's put that into the.
Yeah, so I'll let you do that. So that's
can-
Bruno's spikes, just the
I
regular spikes that he paid for.
Ooh.
So he did not add Godstream spikes to it. Instead, what he did is, since Bruno has a wooden quarterstaff, he filled in all like I'm not sure if you all seen this before, but like where there's cracks in the wood, he filled it in with God's Dream, so that now Bruno's quarterstaff
Like the
has
Japanese
these
thing
veins
with,
of
Yeah, like the
gold
Japanese
through
pottery
it.
technique.
Yeah, so there's now these
I
like
love that
gold
technique.
veins in Bruno's staff, and the
Oh.
next time he uses it, you'll find out what it does.
Okay, you can't adjust crit range in.
Oh, for NPCs, I forgot
Yeah.
you can't for NPCs because NPCs are stupid.
We'll just have to remember it.
And then you get 2 armors. So both of you get a little Etzli, you get kind of a in the chest part, he makes like this sun looking thing with a kind of a cavity in the middle of it. You are pretty much going to get impose disadvantage on anyone hitting you. Same thing with Tiaho. But he does mention that if you want to add anything else to it, that he left that cavity there. If you want to add any of his like stones to it later on, you can pay him to do that part.
What kind of stones does he have?
He's got all sorts of stones. So the ones that you saw at it's gonna cost you. He'll let you know it's gonna cost you 1,000 gold. And I can send you the things that he can do because it's a lot of things.
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Okay. No, we didn't lose Baby Fox. We'll find Baby Fox, okay?
Yes, all the important things. So for now, that's what you guys are at. You'll find out what Bruno's thing does.
So is that in the DMs now?
Okay.
No, I will have to
I'll be right back.
separate the bits that she can get out of the
Okay. Because if they're going to come back and tell Preet about this, Preet would be interested in stones as well. Just kind of,
Getting a stone on there is like it takes like an hour, so it's not going to take you like a week to get that done.
Okay.
Also, is the disadvantage on attacks, is it any attack or just like melee or physical?
Melee, yeah, no, not magic attacks, just what melee and ranged No magic
Okay.
range things.
Or melee range things.
Melee range. No magic attacks. No, doesn't give you advantage on saving throws or anything.
Okay.
Just-
I was
Someone
thinking
tries to hit you with an axe.
Someone tries to hit you with an axe. Yes, you're fine. Okay.
so that plus my dodges.
You are going to be hard to kill.
That's the plan.
Yeah. See, now I know that I can throw harder things at you all. Ha ha ha.
Because that went so well last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You say these things, R&D.
All right. Anything else that anyone wants to do for? I think we've pretty much used up all of our time.
Yeah.
Preet, you are now proficient in playing cards.
Correct.
Etsy, you are now proficient in cocktail drinks.
Bartender tools.
Bartending
I don't
tools.
think that's probably a.
There probably is a tool. If not, honestly, you are proficient in making you can make barter.
I can make drinks.
You can if you use sleight of hand to make drinks, you can add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay, no, it is literally in real life called bartending tools.
Nice.
That is the actual name for the things.
Yep. And then any whatever you want to do with being good at playing cards, if you want to whatever it is you want to do card tricks, you want to do sleight of hands with cards.
Oh yeah,
you
card
can
tricks.
Get,
Card tricks.
gangs. Yep.
Oh, what the hell?
It's a lot of language.
Muffin, what are you doing?
I'm trying to do the thing, but I kept trying to click on things to type, and I kept clicking the wrong
It's
card.
that. Yeah,
and
I know.
So it just kept popping it up.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Rosie is nice and big and strong, and
Learning.
Bruno has something to show off, hopefully.
All right.
Maybe.
And so let's talk to Pre and that fish guy.
Yeah.
So Edsley and I will sit down with Preet and a goldfish.
I have a name.
Preet's reading her book on
Have a
plants.
name.
She's to the mushrooms part.
All
'Cause
right.
mushrooms are a thing with our campaigns.
So, guys, we were really, really excited about the great adventure that we had coming up here, and we were hoping to offer you some jobs. Yeah,
Be part of our organization here.
that's right. Get it on the ground floor. We are a up and coming, fast moving. I don't know. I'm so tired.
We kick butt and
doing
take
well.
names. Do you want to join us?
Well, I like to travel around. Do you like to travel around? It's kind of part of my thing, is not really settling in one place. You planning on?
We are definitely never in one place for too long.
That's why we have carts. We live in the carts because the carts move.
Well, I guess it would be nice
It's
for
a cart life for us.
a change instead of gigging to actually have a steady income for a bit. I haven't tried that. Yeah. Yeah, why not?
And Preet, we can also help you with. And then she's gonna gesture towards your bracelet.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. Thanks.
Do you often kill things on your travels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been. Great
That
for my
wasn't too hard.
research.
All right, cool. So we have these books. Don't know if they would be useful to you, but if you, it's like a sign-on bonus. If you spend a week reading them,
Well, 48 hours until
48 hours together, like you have to do it all at once. Otherwise, you have to just start over. One of you will become faster, quicker, a little more dexterous, and one of you will become a buffer.
Well, I guess Etzley, put the coffee on if I have to do 48 hours at once. Otherwise, I have to try again. I'm gonna
Which
need
one
to
do
pull
you
an
want?
all-nighter.
Gotcha.
Which one do you want?
Is it 1 point or 2 points?
2?
Am I a barista now too?
It's 2. It's an ability score increase basically.
Well, I mean, dexterity is better for me with my initiative.
Well, but I can't use the I would never use strength for anything. So
I mean, we could maybe give strength to somebody else and figure something else out for you.
yeah, that would be great.
Like, I don't know, fish food.
That does not seem to be on the same level.
Fish food.
Magic.
Magic fish food? No.
I am quite confident, being a magic fish, that is not a thing that exists.
Doesn't mean we can't invent it. We could invent
True.
magic fish food. That would be cool. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes.
So you're a goldfish.
Correct.
Yes. And I'm assuming you've been a goldfish for a long time.
My entire life, yes.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
gonna assume that me and Preet are hanging out at the bar, and I'm also assuming that we become best friends this week
Yes.
because I've been making her drinks.
Yep. And I just start singing, if you like pina coladas, dun 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 dun, and my mandolin. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
No, and when did you decide that you were going to be a wizard?
I kind of didn't. You see,
A giant named Hagrid came up to me.
you're wizard, Horatio.
I'm sorry, I had to
Yeah,
continue.
it's fine. Oh, you see Trevor here.
I do. I've seen him quite a few times.
Yes. He used to be, at least that is my understanding, he used to be a wizard who was alive and not a skeleton. And probably not named Trevor. I don't know what he was used to be named.
I mean, he looks like Trevor.
Yes, that's why I named him that. Trevor the Unlucky, because look at him. There was, from what I was able to piece together, I was his goldfish. When he was still alive, there was an accident in his lab, and I became the wizard, and he became the skeleton, and we became linked. He doesn't move when he is unable to move in any capacity other than to go pick up the bowl. It should be separated. And I am unable to cast spells without him. It's peculiar.
Yeah.
But before that, I was just an everyday goldfish.
Do you like being a wizard now?
I mean, I've never known anything else, so that's hard
Well,
to
I
say.
mean, you were a goldfish that was just a goldfish. Goldfishing.
My memories from that time are not exactly clear. It's a bit like thinking, from what I understand.
A bit like water.
No, it's, from what I understand, when you creatures were really small kids, and now you're an adult, you have it's blurry, your early memories. Think of it as like that.
Do you have
Like,
any memory of like your mom or
No.
dad?
I have no memory of any other goldfish.
Did you want to like hang out with other goldfish sometime?
I mean, I have met other goldfish since being being awakened, they weren't. I can talk to them, but they're not exactly good conversation partners. They're, for lack of a better word, rather stupid.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't hung out with a lot of goldfish, so I don't really know what they're usually like.
I mean, they're nice. Don't get me wrong, and it's not their fault. They're goldfish.
Okay, I was just kind of curious because
That's perfectly fine. That's understandable. Perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable.
Felix goes right for the Freudian psychotherapy. Tell me about your mother.
Did you like your father, or did you want to kill your father?
What kind of dreams have you been having?
Did you hate her, or did you want to fuck her? I
Well,
need
that's
to know.
because you don't
Or both.
sleep. So if you don't sleep, then you don't dream.
That's true.
And I imagine just me and Preet in the background singing pina coladas.
Yes, yes. By the way, so did we decide? Sorry, did we decide that I was going to get the dexterity and then you're going to find something more appropriate for, like, swap the book out for something else? Was that what the conclusion was of that discussion?
I think so.
For
That someone
Horatio?
else was going to get strength, and you were going to get dexterity.
Yeah. Or that something other than strength would be, like, swapped for found or something, because that was really for Herrick.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure you could eventually find someone to trade it or sell it or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
for right now, those are the 2 books you got. So.
All right. Well, Preet will start reading then.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's going to start drinking with Etzley. She'll do it tomorrow.
So, Preet, at some point when Etzley was giving you all these free drinks, she did ask you a question, and I would like to hear the answer, which is she asked you that if you were a potato, what way would you like to be cooked?
Twice baked.
Big hell yeah.
With cheese.
And of course, after hearing this question, you asked the same of Etzley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me? What would I be? Oh, that's so hard. Potatoes are so good every way.
Hash browns or...
Oh yeah, hash browns. Like
I knew that was coming.
muffin. Like the chili cheese tops,
exactly.
but made into hash browns instead.
I knew that was coming. Like I know you.
Okay, well Etzley dreams
so
about being chili hash browns, chili cheese hash browns.
We both have cheese on our potatoes. I like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So
we're both we're cheese women.
Yeah.
Weird tangent here. So it turns out that McDonald's in Denmark have a unique thing that is like basically cheese with chili in it that's been deep fried into a little nugget.
It's so good. Huh. And when he says chili, he means jalapenos.
Well, that's a form of chili.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like chili poppers?
Yeah, but people in the U.S.
Are they chili poppers? Is that what they are?
Kind of.
Huh.
And it sounds like
it's like chopped up jalapenos and like this cheesy sauce, and then you kind of freeze it into a ball, and then you batter and deep fry it.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. That doesn't sound bad.
It's like that.
No, it's really good.
Yeah.
But it also sounds like the most American thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like it's gonna stop your heart.
It sounds like a really American thing, but the only McDonald's you can get them in are Danish ones. It's really weird. I'm so surprised to learn that.
About it. I'm so upset about it.
Anyways, back to game.
Yes. All right. So with that, you spend your week doing yourselves, getting some shopping, getting all these cool stuff and whatnots. And on the morning of the 8th day, you wake up to a knock on the door. Your bar.
I'll go open the door.
Yeah. Your hooded figured friend is back. Just him this time. No Miss Cookery. Miss Cookery is not here.
Hello. Uh, good morning.
Doesn't say anything. Just stands there.
Can you give? I'm gonna go get the others. Stay right here and don't be creepy. And I get everyone else together.
Felix is gonna walk out naked.
Okay.
Esley's just gonna walk over and then give the guy a nod.
She's gonna be like, "Oh, is it that time yet?"
I believe it. Why are you not dressed?
You might as well get used to this.
I just got up.
I believe our job is here, so you might want to go get your stuff and clothes.
I'm just like checking to see if does he notice? Does he?
You can do an insight.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, I want to insight him. I'm gonna assist you because I want to know.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
Fortunately,
yeah.
even with an insight, even with assistance, you can't even see his face. Does he have a face? Who knows?
See, your mistake is you're looking at his face.
Did
He
we go?
doesn't react in any other way.
Okay. All right. I said I'll be right back, and then I stand on my hands.
And now I want to insight check him to see.
Yeah, go for it. It's a lot of wow. You guys are trying. Yeah. You get nothing from him. You can't. So you kind of Etzley. You kind of. You remember when you were hanging around with men here that like Felix could kind of tell what he was expressing. You couldn't. Like you struggled. You were like he's got like no expressions from your perspective because you didn't know him and you were like he's got no this is kind of what you get out of it. Like you get nothing.
All right. I go get dressed and come back.
But you still not said a word at all.
All right, dude. Yeah, I guess you're gonna take us to your leader.
Was everyone
Take
here?
us to your leader. We come in peace.
Beep boop bop.
You get your whole team together? Everyone here?
Well, we got to get our streeters and our
And our other stuffs.
Yes.
on the way. But don't worry, we already returned all our library books.
As you're sitting here talking to things, trying to figure out what you're doing and waking everyone up, you do Felix, you hear a voice in your head. And you're very familiar Claire, because you still have your sending stone.
Yes.
Talks to you and says, just follow this stupid thing. We're gonna go meet the king.
Okay. But we need our stuff. Are you all ready? Do you got the streeter and the cards?
Are you telling Claire this, or are you telling her?
I'm telling the sending stone this.
Oh, you're taking an elevator. You're not going anywhere. Don't worry.
Huh?
Oh, fine.
We just take
All
an
right.
elevator to the king, I guess. And
All right, so I yell, "Bye, Mom. We'll be back in a while. We're taking an elevator to the king."
We'll be back in time for dinner.
Maybe not, but
Should we stable our animals if we're going to be gone for a while? Otherwise, they're just going to be outside this whole.
No. What's gonna happen is that we're gonna take an elevator up, talk with the king, take the elevator down, and then get the stuff and go on the mission.
We hope.
I think. I would assume so.
It's probably not a trap.
You want to ask
Definitely not
Claire?
a trap.
Claire,
Well,
is this a
she-
trap?
She said no harm would come to Felix.
A lot of people seem to be of the opinion that this is almost definitely a trap, so I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah,
Your Midden
And
King
one thing I-
asks fine. He's gonna tell you what you need to do, and then you can go do it.
All right, but I'm gonna tell him all about when we were in school together.
I'm gonna be there too. Hurry up, you're making me late.
All right. Hey, you remember that
slower.
time?
for mistake of giving Felix a sentence.
I mean, okay, so yeah, that works.
All right, I'm gonna go. Like we should go, but the whole time I'm gonna keep using this sentence.
And
You're gonna be
like,
like, you remember how like you had irritable bowel syndrome and nobody liked you? I was like the only one who would talk to you because you were always farting.
Oh my gosh, no lie. In 5th grade, the guy thought fell in love with me because I wasn't disgusted anytime he farted. Like, no lie.
Oh, well, there you go.
He actually
Wow.
got into a fight with another guy over me.
You remember
I
when you
stand
dated that really weird guy just because? He also farted all the time. And it was
wait,
awful.
that is the lowest standard I've ever heard.
Yeah, the guy he taught
Great.
with was a foreign exchange student who only fell in love with me because I was nice to him. Yeah,
Wow.
so
I love how you're all like, this is a trap. Let's antagonize the person who's setting up the trap.
I mean, we might as well.
I mean, we're gonna go there. Like, we don't.
More or less of a trap. Like even when we're in the elevator
Yeah.
with her, I'm gonna keep going. Hey, into the setting sun. Hey, Claire. Claire,
Esley's gonna be.
remember that time that you went to the prom and your dress was awful, and then you couldn't dance and you cried? Remember that?
Claire has not answered you at all the whole time.
Remember that? Because we're like best friends.
All these things are canon.
No, but you're saying them. You're antagonizing the bad guys. And
All these things are
I
canon
can't- I
now.
can't stop
Claire was a big loser in high school.
all right. You follow your cloaked friend through the city, and he takes you to pretty much a very large elevator. This elevator looks like it was made to be large enough to carry like not just people but also cargo and stuff. It is currently empty and no one else is bothering to use it besides you all. He has also, even though Felix has been antagonizing Claire, he has said absolutely nothing the whole walk, and says nothing as you get onto the elevator. You see a dwarven soldier guard. Looks like he's wearing a rather official looking armor. He pulls some levers and you start rising up. And slowly at first, you notice as you look at the walls around you that you start to get faster and faster, but it's being the elevator is accelerating at such a pace that you don't get to have that nice little like lurching feeling from accelerating too fast. And eventually it starts to slow down and stop. The gates in front of you open and you are in a new part of a new city altogether. The city only has really one building of interest. You have a very long open bridge, to the side of which you have flowing water. And at the very end of the bridge is what looks like a very big dwarven castle thing. Your hooded friend keeps guiding you through, and as you get closer to the gate, you see a very annoyed Claire waiting for you,
And
along with the other hooded.
I say, hey, Claire. Hey, Claire. Claire.
I might not be able to kill you, but I can kill your mother. So,
Hey, Claire. The hooded guy says you're into kinky shit.
he can't even talk.
He can talk to me.
You're going to meet the king. Please behave yourselves.
Well, you just
Well, I
threatened
can't
to
promise
kill my
anything.
mom. Claire, if you kill my mom, I'm going to tell the king that you were dork in high school.
I don't know what's gotten into Felix, but I love it.
It's hilarious.
All right. She walks away and leads you to a throne room.
And she waddled away.
Waddles away. Leads you through a nice throne room. On the sides of the room are statues of dwarven figures, all looking rather majestic and heroic. And at the far end sits a where is your thing? Sits a dwarven man, fairly short beard compared to most dwarves, but he has shaped his beard so that it looks like he's got like 3 stalactites just like hanging off of his face. He's shaved the top of his head so that his bald is just nice and shaven and big. His eyebrows, like his beard, are big and bushy, and he has managed to shape them into stalagmites, kind of sticking out at different angles.
He's a porcupine.
He's a porcupine, yeah. If you would have seen him in a cave, you might have struggled to distinguish him from the stonework around you. As you approach, he notices Claire and immediately shouts out, "Oh, my dear Claire, you made it! Oh, and I see you brought your friends you told me all about." Claire kind of takes this. You can see her sigh more than you can hear it sigh. It's like, yes. I got news that the survey team had not returned from the mines, and so I bring to you my friends. This is the leader of Latch This Effort, Felix, and her. What do you call yourselves? Compatriots. Etsy, Preet, and Horatio. Best friends.
Come here, group hug with the besties, and I give her a hug.
Preet joins in.
I give hug. Yes.
Trevor, just hug them.
Oh, friendship is so important, says the king.
Don't you think so?
I do.
Great?
I have known Claire since she was yay big, and kind of points to a spot that's like shoulder height to him.
Right? I mean, I used to talk to her, but like I was like the only one.
Oh, I did not know you.
I would like to know what drugs Felix is on.
Caffeine
Felix
rush.
is tired.
Felix is tired and does not care at the moment.
Also, the chance to embarrass Claire, one of her mortal enemies, is quite funny.
It really is. Come on. Like Felix would not do this.
Oh yeah, no, and
Oh,
she
I love
can't
it, though.
really stop you. She wouldn't. Given any other opportunity, she probably would have tried to kill you, but now she can't because she can't kill you, and you can't kill her, and it's great.
Fucking mutually assured destruction.
Yep, you guys. Yeah, she would risk tearing the universe apart just to kill you. I don't know. You push her hard enough, she might.
I'm sure she's debating it, but
is this worth the fate of the universe just to kill Felix? Maybe.
I mean, she has Kronos on her side, kind of, so she might not. She might survive.
The king stretches out his, gets up from his throne and walks over to each of you, stretching out his arm to introduce himself. My name is Yupon Axpine. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
A pleasure to meet you too.
Great bows.
I'm gonna bow.
Actually, will give a bow.
Trevor, a bow. Trevor, bows.
Which do I shake the fin or do I shake the hand?
Just shake his hand. That's the easiest.
Okay. Very well. So Claire tells me that you might be able to help me with a problem that I'm having.
Well, we certainly hope so. Any friend of Claire's is a friend of ours.
Oh yes.
And we would do anything for Claire.
French. You can tell that Claire is having a hard time keeping it together at this point. It's just she's doing a good job at not having to cover her face, but she, like her eye is twitching a little bit. Like,
Esli has a big grin on her face. She's so happy right now.
Well, you see, we set up a mining outpost a couple of years ago. We call it Blackrock. They've been producing a fair bit of resources for our kingdom, but a few months ago we stopped receiving any shipments from them. We weren't sure what happened at first, so we set a scouting party out to find out, and they have yet to return. About a month ago, we sent out another one, and they have yet to return. You see that I am slightly concerned that some foul thing has happened to them, and I do not wish to send any more scouting parties. I believe whatever is going on there is a little bit more dangerous than what they could handle. Claire has told me of your exploits, and she believes you might be able to help out.
Absolutely. We are at your disposal, Your Majesty.
Well, that's great to hear. I will have one of the guards give you directions to reach the outpost. Any information you can gather and anything you can bring back would be greatly appreciated. We would like to get the mine up and running again as soon as possible.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm. At this point, Claire kind of pipes up and says, I'll make sure to accompany them, sir, to ensure the success of this endeavor.
And so we could have
of course.
parties every night.
Yeah, so you and Felix can spend quality time together.
Don't spend
yes.
enough time together.
No,
And
I'm sure you two have missed each other. She does tell me that you've been traveling through the Underdark. Came up, took the void all the way up here. As you have learned in your week here, the ravine that you climbed up is called the void.
You know,
People scream into it sometimes.
Somebody bet me like 20 copper I couldn't do it, but here I am.
It wasn't that bad.
Preach son looks at her new foot.
You see, the trick is to distract the creatures.
That's what we found. Yeah.
That's quite the exploit. You should hang that proudly on your resumes.
You know what? Since you mentioned it, I'm very glad. Thank you. I am going to put that out there. Your Majesty.
Yes. Anything that any way that we can be of service, let us know. However, I am quite assured that people of your talent probably do not need my help.
Nah, as long as we got Claire.
Yes. Quite a powerful sorcerer she is. Her time magic is quite interesting. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, it is different.
Yes.
I wonder where she gets it from.
Irritable bowel syndrome. Yeah, really.
That's the key to time magic.
The kid of time
Esley's
magic.
gonna try
You
her
have-
best not to bust out laughing.
You have to know. You have to know always know what time it is,
Exactly.
There
and how much time you have from a toilet.
There you go. All right. So with that, he bids you goodbye, and you are set to go off to wherever you want to.
Hey,
One
Claire.
of the guards does come over and give you a map on how to get to your next destination.
Hey, Claire. Hey,
Mhm.
Claire.
What?
Do you want to go to Blackrock?
I don't anymore, but I feel like it's the only way that this mission will go, according to plan.
Honestly, Claire, you kind of did this to yourself.
You could be more professional.
Hey, Claire.
You came
We
to
were
us
very
first,
professional with the king.
You should promise not to ever hurt my mom. Hey, Claire.
I just imagine Phelan just like reaching up and poking Claire at every time she says Claire.
No, she's still using the sending stone.
I'm using
Like really directly into
Sitting next to her and still using the sending stone.
I really am.
You get that
Hey,
effect.
Claire, isn't it fun how it echoes like this? Do it this way. Echo. Hey, Claire.
There's a slight delay between the
I have to say, I don't think sending stones work this way, but I'm gonna keep them working this way. So with that, Claire, let's see. How do you wish to make it to the outpost? God, what's it called? Black Rock outpost.
Well, what does the map look like? Like, what are our options? What is the route?
It's got caves, and caves are still underground.
I think making our way there is a good route to take.
That's
Well,
a good idea. Yeah.
Fine, then we leave immediately.
Sounds good.
We will go get our cards and.
It's picking up. Is going past customs on the way. Is it the same exit as the entrance that we went in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but our stuff isn't in the.
Yeah, you'll take the elevator down back to Sock, and then if you want to get your carts, you can get your carts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get our cards. Hey, Claire, do you want to ride with me? Or should you ride in a different cart and we'll just use the sending stones to talk all the time?
You're gonna get us killed by driving us to suicide. Like,
Yeah, it's just gonna be a fireball at one of the carts. That's just it. Like, the time space continuum is gonna get ripped apart because Felix bugged Claire so far that she was willing to just risk it.
Worth it.
Claire, let's see. I get whatever you need, and I will meet you at the gate.
Stop threatening my mom. That's what I need.
Stop using that stone. That's what I need.
Deal,
guys.
All right, so I give you. I hold out my hand. Shake.
She holds out her hand. Now that you get to shake her hand, you notice that her hand is obsidian black and entirely made out of metal. It's cold as she touches you, and her nails. She doesn't really have fingertips as much as they just the fingers at end of point. Mm-hmm.
Right. Cool.
You use that thing one more time to bug me, and I will immediately murder your mother.
Trust me, she doesn't need the stone to bug you.
Said you were gonna stop threatening her. You just shook on it. Do you not understand what a deal is? We made a deal. You stop making threats. I stop with the sending stuff. What is wrong with this woman? Why doesn't she understand how these things work? I mean, God, it's been 14 seconds and she's already a failure. Complete failure here.
Okay, everyone, let's go get the carts and leave Felix to go to deal with this. Felix, you're gonna go get the carts, okay?
Okay, you get the carts.
You can iron out this deal with Claire here, and we'll go get the carts.
Right.
What was
Do you
it?
want to try again, Claire? Do you want to try again? This is
We're all gonna get cart, right?
You're all gonna get carts. You owe the if you get. Are you getting the quarantine cart?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You owe
Strader.
7 gold to the quarantine cart.
And also, do we owe anything for the?
You already paid.
Bet.
Oh,
You paid last time.
Yeah.
Okay, I will take 7 gold out of the kitty.
Yep, you have paid, so you can get your carts set up. All the while, Felix is bugging Claire.
Claire
with
asked
both
for this, honestly.
Yeah, she really did.
with both the hooded figures standing nearby, entirely silent and do not seem to react to any of your shenanigans. And
Away we go.
Claire, but I love it.
Does Claire ever figure out how a deal works?
How what works?
A deal.
A deal.
A deal works. After a while, she says fine and shakes again, and then just sits there quietly. And you see her close her eyes and just rub her temples.
When Etzley comes back, I give her the sending stone. I say, it's not mine anymore. I'm never going to use it again. To bug Claire. We have a deal.
All right. Are we ready to go now?
Eslin is going to bring the sending stone up to her lips and go, yes, Claire, we are.
Remember, she can kill you.
Yeah. The time space continuum does not get ripped by you being dead.
Oh, but I can kill her though. I got close once. And do I look like the kind of person that cares about the time space continuum? No.
That would be fucking suicide.
I barely care about laws. I barely care about laws.
The laws of time do not apply to
the laws of physics. Fuck them.
I replaced your reality with my own.
All right, so you got your 4 carts going through customs with who is going where? Who is sitting where?
I'm in Shavaris' cart.
I'm driving my own cart.
I would be in Herrick's cart as usual with all the zombies.
Okay. Horatio and Tiago tagging along?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruno will probably be with me. Tiaha will be somewhere.
Probably with Etsley, because I think she's been hanging around with Etsley quite a bit.
You want Claire to ride in the with Preet because she doesn't know her that much, and it's not with the zombies.
I think it'd be funnier with the zombies.
Or she got her own ride.
No, she doesn't have her own ride.
She can sit with the zombies.
She and her mates
Honestly,
can get into
yeah.
the Shavaris' cart. Preet can drive it.
Right.
Okay. She gets into Shavaris' cart and Preet compliments you on the plants and says, "Oh, they're quite lovely."
Oh, they need watering. I brought a watering. Would you mind? Or you're having your peeps, whatever, but they've been like without water for like a week now.
That's not how you take care of plants, but yes, I will water them.
We're now having to do our fucking chores. I love it.
Well, I'm driving.
She doesn't know Preet. She's got like no aggression towards Preet yet because Preet hasn't incessantly nagged her about things.
Yes,
Oh yeah, that's the aggression. That's where it comes from. Not the fucking war we literally had with her.
Like, she should only have aggression with Felix and me because I almost killed her once.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't know Preet. I know no issue with Preet.
Yeah, so away we go.
All right. Yeah, away you go. When you get to the gate, Claire kind of sticks her head out and waves at the guards, and they let you out with no questions, nothing. Just let you run on out. The big stone or iron door, big circle iron door, opens up for you, and you head down the side of the ravine that you climbed up, called the Void, for a little while.
Hell yeah.
Preet, you notice after a while that the two hooded creatures aren't there anymore.
Hmm?
It's just Claire sitting.
I checked the top of the cart.
Yeah, no, they're not there.
Look behind the cart, like I lean around.
Mm-mm.
She eat them?
Gonna ask her?
They despawned, probably.
Yeah, like,
They
where did your buddies go?
I put them away.
Okay. All right. I mean, I know people who keep zombies, so it's fine.
Is that goldfish?
Yes.
Why do you hang around a goldfish?
He's certainly one of the more interesting creatures I've ever met. When you live on the road, you meet a lot of people, and a lot seem to be the same. He's quite unique.
Have you ever met a cat who controls time?
Can't say as I have.
You sure about that? She points at your bracelet.
Oh, this was something a friend passed on when he passed on.
It's an interesting item. I'm surprised to see it here.
Well, it seems like it's kind of old, so I guess time is old, so it kind of makes sense. Stuff goes back a ways.
It certainly does, and it goes forward quite a ways too.
Yeah, if you wait long enough.
Well, has it blessed you yet?
I don't think so. What do you know about this? It was it was a gift,
It was a blessing.
Okay. All right. So, what comes with a blessing? Is it like fashion statement or like a club I'm in now, or?
Oh, I don't pretend to know what Kronos wants, but he's got his eye on you.
Well, like I said, he probably had his eye on my friend. It's probably over now.
Oh. It would not have ended up in your hands if it was not meant to.
You're kind of freaking me out now, so maybe you can get your friends out and I could show you a card trick.
A card trick.
Yeah, sure.
While driving?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
literally driving.
I'll just like hold on to the reins and just don't let them fall off the cliff. It's fine. There's nowhere for them to go. It's either we fall off or they live. They live. It's fine.
They can literally crawl down
Yeah,
the ravine.
they're trained enough that they won't.
Okay.
They're trained creatures. They're not gonna just walk off the edge of the cliff
Yet.
yet.
Yeah. So I just have her like pick a card, any card.
Oh, she picks a card.
And it's like, okay, now remember your card, and I put it back in the deck, and I don't know, some shit with my hands and cut in the deck and stuff.
You can do a sleight of hand with your proficiency because you're proficient in it now,
Or performance.
or performance with your proficiency on top of it.
Okay.
What's your proficiency?
It's an
Plus
extra 4. Plus 4.
Okay, so 30. You find okay, how is this trick gonna be? You fan out the cards and she takes a card, looks at it, puts it back for you. You sit and shuffle it and got the deck a few times, and then you pull out a card and show it to her, and you ask her, "Is this your card?" And she looks at it, it's like, "No, you're really bad at this." And then you're like, "Are you sure this isn't your card?" And she's like, "No, it's not my card." And you take a look at it, and you're like, I guess not." And then you what you do is you put it back in the deck. It's like, "Oh, well, that was really bad." And then you point to the road in front of you. It's like, "Oh, I think that's your card coming up ahead." And you see that on the floor, right where your streeters are crawling, is the card that she had picked.
Yay, I'm a really good magician.
You're a really good magician.
Yay!
Are magic tricks really that impressive in a world with actual magic, though?
It is now.
It isn't, yeah. It's a really good. She didn't use It's impressive because she didn't use it.
That's true.
No, she did not use. This is all just sleight of hand.
Well, I just happened to roll really high, and I'm glad I did. That was a wonderful story.
Technically speaking, she did use magic because one of those, that plus one comes from the Knockstone.
That is true. That's extra +1 for luck.
Yes. And yeah. Besides, now that she's impressed with you, she does sit there and chat with you a little bit more. She almost gets into, you know how when you talk to religious folks and they kind of go off about Jesus and stuff.
Oh no.
She kind of does that, but with
Oh
Kronos.
gosh, she's one of those
Okay.
people.
But she kind of, gets a little bit much about praising Kronos and how blessed you are and all that.
Preet meets a lot of people, so she's got a pretty high tolerance for people talking about stuff she's not interested in.
Eventually, you arrive at following your map. You have to get not off the ravine, obviously, because you're not in the ravine, but you have to turn off into a set of caves before you really see anything. You can hear the sound of rushing water in the distance. It's almost at first it seems like you can pinpoint it like it's ahead of you, but eventually it seems to just kind of surround you, and then eventually it dies down and all you can hear are like drips around you, and you are here. So question: how are you? Are you just riding around, or you guys got lights? What are you doing?
I would need a light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming we would have lights since we have people who need lights.
Yeah.
You're gonna have lights out?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter part of the cave, the lights you have like spots kind of on your cart that let you put hooded lanterns out.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of use them like uh, lights on your car, where they point forward and light up the area in front of you. As you enter this tunnel, the lights reflect off of the walls, and it almost looks like you're in a sea of stars. And your lights reflect off the walls, and then reflect off of crystals, and then reflect off the wall again. And so you have this effect where everywhere you look, it almost looks like your lights are everywhere, and it's lighting up. The reflections are lighting up everywhere. In front of you, you see what appears to be a statue of a dwarf, just kind of sitting there, and then a bunch of crap just spilled on the side. I'm gonna grab you all while you all decide what to do.
I think the crap on the side of the road we should investigate.
Yeah, is this the crap on the side of the road?
That is the crap on the side of the road.
Okay.
Giant people. Small
Boom,
people.
boom, boom.
Small people. Whoops. Ratio, make you small. All right. Place yourselves wherever you would be.
Well, we
find you some
the cart.
steeders.
Yeah.
Yes. Steeders are bigger than that, as we have determined, and carts.
So who would be in front and who would be in back?
I'd be in front, probably.
Then I'm guessing me and
we had this-
Tiago would be back.
We had the squishy people in the middle, remember?
Yeah.
Mhm. So me and Tiago will be in the back.
Mm-hmm. With our cool ass gear.
Okay. So, yes, I will get you more streeters and stuff. Streeters. There you go. There's your 4 steeders.
So
And-
I'm going to yell to Claire and say, you know anything about this statue?
Does Claire know anything about the statue?
Bruno would be
Is
with
there a way to put
Edsley, right?
us on top?
Oh, let me move. I'm gonna move these guys to a different layer so they're not even in the way. Because it's not like you're gonna really use them. They're not really meant for combat or anything.
They're just there for.
They're just there to
Look,
Yeah.
Purdy.
be there. That's about it. Okay, there's Claire. Where's Preet? Preet, are you guys in the second one?
Yep.
Second cart?
Yep.
Okay. There we go. All right. Clario's out. There shouldn't be any statues out here. Nothing to commemorate or anything.
Oh. Should we check it out? Or stay well
If you
clear?
want to, I can send one of the zombies. They're expendable.
Yeah. Lean over to Clara. This is why we keep him around.
Like to get the stuff.
To get the stuff.
You can go pick it up.
Zombie. There's your zombie friend. I will give you control of it. There you go. There's your zombie.
Good. Benjamin walks over to the stuff
One of the bees.
and picks it up. Picks it up. And
Picks it
walks
up,
back.
drags it over. Okay. Sorry, you're always sitting on my notes. You all are always sitting on my notes.
There's a
You
zombie
do.
on my
Game
notes.
continues.
He drags over all sorts of great stuff. Among the stuff that he brings over is a potion of healing, a journal, and a deck of ornate tarot cards, along with a bottle of some like bluish silverish stuff.
Ooh, tarot.
Can I take a look at the journal?
Yeah. There's pages going back for quite a bit, but the most recent ones are there. Everyone can see it because
Okay.
Okay.
on the last page, this is what you see.
So one of us read it aloud?
Sure.
When we arrived yesterday and the mine was abandoned, it looked like everyone left in a hurry. They didn't even bother to take any of the equipment. Essa heard a noise coming from the new tunnel. When we went to investigate, we were swarmed by a cauldron of dark mantles. The stupid thing scared the dinner right out of us. We were done running. We all had a good laugh, but no one volunteered to go back into the mine. We set up camp outside and head back in tomorrow. Someone else want to take over?
Hessa said she didn't sleep well last night. Gestrelda took a look at Hessa, and it appears one of the dark mantles took a large bite out of Hessa. Gestrelda thinks it might be infected. We didn't bring a healer's kit, but the mine should have one. We're mustering our courage to go back in and find the healer's kit.
Bruce was the only one willing to volunteer to go with me. Hey, I know a
Fucking
Bruce.
Bruce.
You know, hey, Bruce.
I don't know why this mine makes me nervous. I'm a bone beard, but here I am cowering like a copper axe. I feel her. I feel
It's
her.
yeah.
Wow,
About
everyone's so beyond each other's families.
And
Yeah.
immediately left. I swear I heard something coming for us. I don't know if I have the courage to go back into the mine. Maybe we'll head back to Socks and report what we found.
We are going to explore the mine today. I can't go back to Sock with nothing. They moved so fast. They were on the walls and the ceiling. I've never seen creatures move like that before. I told them to back off, but they wouldn't. I saw Hessa fall, and before I knew it, I had been miles from the mine. Bruce and Gus, whatever the fuck that bitch's name is, made it made it with me. They haven't said a word since we left the mine. I think we should take a close look at that statue.
Dark
Well,
mantles.
The dark mantles. That's the thing we've.
Oh yes, the bitey things.
Yeah.
Yes, the umbrella
Yeah.
things. The little umbrella things, not the big umbrella things.
Yeah.
The little umbrella things.
Preet's interested in the tarot deck now that she knows how to work with cards.
Yeah. It's a good old-fashioned tarot deck. Yeah.
Question: is the statue
love tarot
human
decks.
sized, like or dwarf sized, or is it like gigantic?
It looks dwarf-sized. Looks shorter than a human. Has a beard.
Right, so I want to investigate the statue.
Sure. Roll me an investigation.
Preet says to Etzli, I'll do a reading for you.
I'll take a look at the silvery blue liquid.
Okay.
Etzli will definitely take a reading.
They sit down.
All right, you two can do a reading. All right, I need an investigation from Felix.
I'm gonna use a
First.
1 point on that one.
Okay,
Right,
you're gonna lose 18. I need a con save from you.
Oh no.
If it's magic, I get advantage.
I'm not gonna tell you.
18.
Okay. Oh, I should have written that part down. Give me 1 second. I forgot to write one thing down. It's important. Okay. You take a look at the statue, and as you're looking at it, like every once in a while, it feels like something is looking at you, and you stop paying attention to the statue and look around, but you don't there's nothing around you. It just, you get this sensation as if something is keeping a really close eye on you. This is a statue of a short dwarven man. Has a fairly long beard and full head of long hair. He looks like he is He looks like he was sculpted in like mid-run. You also notice that, like, unlike most statues, he doesn't have a base. I know he does in this art, but he doesn't have a base. Like, he's just, his feet are just planted on the ground.
We are so fucked.
Yeah, I have like a feeling that these guys got attacked by something that can turn you to stone.
Ooh. It's pretty harsh.
We are so fucked. And I imagine us saying this while Preet's like shuffling the cards and I'm just sitting there patiently waiting.
Yeah.
I'm not even hearing what they're saying. I'm looking at studying the blue.
Oh yes, do me either an Arcana or an Investigation for your thingamabob.
16.
16. Yeah. Okay. You know what this is. This is Griffin's Tears.
Oh.
You know that it is used to... It can be used. It's a component in a serum that unpetrifies things.
Ah.
Yes, you're also you're not certain that if you could make the serum, you just know that it's an ingredient in it. You could try to make it, but you're not as certain about that part.
I'm no alchemist.
I wonder what kind of basilisk we're dealing with. Is it like the classic basilisk, or?
I don't think it's a giant rooster.
Oh, but that'd be so funny though.
Giant rooster in the middle of a mountain, the inside of a mountain.
Classic basilisk.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, but that's
so snake basilisk.
Well, they're like snake roosters.
I know that, Muffin.
Yeah, they're what's born out of a rooster's egg.
I know.
What's your plan, team?
Fun.
Who wants the healing potion?
Cards over here.
Oh.
Who wants the healing potion?
Probably one of the fighters.
I think I have a healing potion.
Edsley?
I know I have healing potion. Well, let me check. I know I have a greater healing potion because I didn't need to use it while we were scaling the void.
Yeah, I have 2 greater healing potions, so...
Yeah, I have a greater healing potion, and then I have 2 regular healing potions.
Maybe Tiaho?
Tiaho will need it.
Do we have any way of adding her...
Your equipment?
Adding inventory to her? No. God, I hate the...
We can add it as an action, but then...
add it as an action. Can you add it as an action? Do I need to do that?
I mean, I could.
I don't know how to do it either which way. So I'm just in charge of the.
Hold on. No, we can just add under her. Hold on.
Under her bio, you might be able to edit that.
Inventory.
There you go.
There.
All right.
Spell. There we go.
Beans.
Yeah, she now has an inventory.
Muffin.
All right.
And I will keep the Griffin's Tears on my person. I have no idea how to spell Griffin.
Griffin.
Yeah, I'm looking it up, so I can't copy it.
Why would they have had Griffin's Tears, though? Unless they knew they were going to go after something petrifying, and then why didn't they just, like, get the whole thing?
They could have not fully understood what they were going after.
Well, if they knew that they were going to meet creatures that could petrify them, they wouldn't just have had the Griffin's Tears. They would have had the full serum.
Horatio would know that Griffin Tears are used in other things, but considering the context of a statue, that, It's an ingredient in that, but it's an ingredient in other things. It's a reagent. It's
Claire, do you recognize these names from either of the teams?
She looks through the note and says, "Oh, that is those are the names of the second team that was sent out. Hessa Copperjaw, Bruce, Anon, and Thardrak Bonebeard."
Does the statue look like either of them?
I never met them.
Oh.
Well,
what is this?
It's a
Well, I'm
backpack.
assuming the statue's one of them.
Like, have you looked in the backpack, or did the
No,
zombie
you haven't
take-
you had your zombie grab the stuff on the floor.
I'll send the zombie back to get the backpack.
He'll bring over the backpack. It really I'll drag it on over to you. Here's your crap. If you go through it, it really doesn't have anything like. It's an explorer's pack, pretty much. It's got all the explorer pack stuff.
Okay.
So very generic torches and rations and whatever, pittons and rope. So nothing too special. Nothing you wouldn't find in a regular explorer's pack, I should say.
all right. Well, if you see anything come attack you, don't look at it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Question. Would Horatio know about how, let's say, basilisks, like how their ability works? Like the fact that they have to look at you, they have to be able to see you for it to
Well,
work.
we don't even know if basilisks
No,
really
I know.
exist in this world yet.
I know. Like, I'm asking because it's gonna influence which spells I would prepare.
So Horatio, basilisks are like, I mean, they're like a lot of our mythical creatures in real life, where you kind of know, like, griffins can fly and they have, beaks and stuff, and sphinx have cats, have people things.
They have riddles.
They have riddles, so you kind of know it in that regard. I don't think Horatio would have ever like taken apart a basilisk or done any research on them, so he would know kind of the basics, like this is what they're supposed to be. How accurate is it? It's myth to you, so how accurate is that?
That's enough for him to say, okay, I will prepare blindness as make sure that blindness prepared. Cool. Thank you.
All right. What would the rest of you like to do?
I'm just gonna make sure. Does it look like he's gonna? The statue is safe where it is.
Yeah, doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
So waiting for a terror reading.
Guy on the way back. That's it.
Okay.
Yep. Keep going forward then.
All right, move yourselves to wherever you want to be.
I love that whole time me and Preet are just sitting around doing a tarot reading.
Doing a tarot reading.
Yeah,
we're listening to the conversation,
Yeah, we are.
What does the
We're
reading
being
say?
crazy.
I have no idea. I have no idea what the tarot reading says.
Should I go get my cards?
Let's see. I'll do another performance. See how that goes.
I don't even know what tarot cards
13. 13.
Uh,
So like it's kind of unclear. It's not a very clear reading. Your future is a lot of moving parts.
What is this, a magic 8-ball?
Yeah.
Come back later.
All right. So Felix, how far up are we going?
Yeah,
We're going the usual way. Amount of harness, which in a streeter card is how much? I don't know. We're just gonna keep going. Is this the
Okay.
right direction?
I think you could safely do 30. I think Steeders might be a little bit. By the way, so sorry, I got distracted by looking up what the tarot card reading says. According to Preet's tarot reading, Etsley, your outlook is looking good.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
You know, do with that as you will. But
Esley's gonna hope it's Herrick good and just move along.
Harry, good. I like that. Okay, so we're moving up ahead with carts and people. Claire is tagging along as she does, and got you over here. Moved over to that layer. Okay. Zombies and Yahoo and Horatio.
Oh, the zombie's back in the cart. So
Zombie's back in the cart. Goodbye, zombie.
Get back in there, Benjamin.
Get back in there. Oh, Felix and Bruno, as you're riding in your cart, you feel a slight bump as your wheel runs over something.
All right. I'm gonna stop the cart, and I'm gonna say to my Rosie, no, not Rosie, Petunia, can you take a look and see what we hit?
Petunia scurries off the cart and goes down onto the cave floor, and she lets you know that you ran over a foot.
Brilliant.
Is it my foot?
I was about to say, we do know the creatures they said in the note do have a tendency to bite limbs off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I thought they ate them. They don't just bite them off or leave them on the street, do they? Oh, all right. Well, so I'm gonna go down and see what I can see from this foot.
Without just looking at it, so Petunia just said it was a foot. Now that you looked at it, it's like not a squishy foot, it's a stone foot.
Oh, someone got turned into stone.
And then smashed.
Or they were being eaten as they were being turned into stone. But then again, that wouldn't make sense because people usually turn to stone from like the face down. So
Yeah, because it's through your eyes. That makes sense.
yeah. I'm so logical.
Brown, do I see any other body parts?
You can do a perception.
Maybe basilisks aren't feet people.
And I need you to roll a con save.
Okay.
You're so constitutional.
So constitutional. Okay. So, perception. You look around. You don't see any more limbs hanging around this area. You do see, just by looking around, that there's like markings on the floor that look like as if something had been dragged along the floor. Also, you notice that your feet are now a lot heavier than they used to be.
Get back up on the cart. Get back up on the cart.
19?
All right, I get back up on the cart.
It takes you about twice as long as it usually does to move up on the cart.
Hey guys, I think I'm being petrified. Can somebody?
What the hell?
Well, let me check, see what I've got.
Was it with advantage?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's a magical effect, so it would have. But very weird for stone petrification not to be magical.
Yeah, but if we're going up against a basilisk, those pretty powerful mythical creatures.
Anyway,
From
I-
Pasta's understanding.
I don't have like greater restoration. There's not much I can do. I'm more like healing than unpoisoning.
none of us can get to.
I'm gonna say into my sending stone, Claire, what do you know about this?
Oh, and your sending stone.
Yeah, because I'm the one that has it now.
You are the one that has it. Have you tried closing your eyes? Or Felix should try closing her eyes.
I close my eyes slowly.
Bruno keeps an eye on you. As you once your eyes are completely closed, you feel almost like a burning sensation on your feet, but that slowly fades away, and then once it's faded, you notice that you can wiggle your toes again.
All right, so with my eyes still closed, I'm saying, Claire, what do you know about this?
I know that many creatures use the eyes to petrify. I'm assuming that if you're not looking at it, it's not able to complete the petrification process.
All right.
And where is it?
Where we can't see it is the thing, but it happened
looking
when
at
I was
the foot.
looking at that foot.
It happened when you were looking around.
It happened when I was looking around. That's true.
Yeah,
So it
not
could be
necessarily.
blending into its environment, and we just didn't know that we were looking at it.
Who has the highest con save? Well, we need to be able to find it. Also, it should be
There are other ways to find things that you can't look at, and it's direct eye contact. So who has reflective surfaces?
Yeah, I checked. I don't have a mirror.
My defender, my steel defender.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up my dagger and look at that, and like look through that.
Are you gonna do what?
I'm gonna take out my dagger and look at the reflection in the metal on my dagger.
Okay, so
But
you
have my
can.
back turned.
All right, so you can do a perception check.
I'm so not good at perceiving things.
Yeah, and then you can do a con save with it. So Etsy, you everything is distorted through your dagger, as it's not meant for this purpose. It's not meant for you to use it to look around. You do notice as you look around that everything you look at, like all the surfaces are nice and wet from water just dripping down it. You can hear water kind of dripping around you, and you realize that like pretty much this whole cave is nothing but reflective surfaces.
Okay. What does the Constitution do?
Oh, nothing happens to you. Fine.
Wait, what? A 19 wasn't enough before, but now 15.
I'm sure I'll figure out what happens to me if I move. So I'm gonna move slightly on the, like, scooch myself to the side and then back to the other side to see if I'm okay.
Yeah, you feel fine.
Okay. And I'm gonna let everybody know that this whole place is nothing but reflective surfaces. So reflective surfaces aren't gonna help us like they would normally with creatures like this.
I just realized something. Neither skeletons nor goldfish can close their eyes. I mean, I can look. I guess
You can
basically
look away within the rules. You
Muffin.
can look away. Avert your attention. I think is what
Yeah.
you can
Okay.
do.
Yeah. But that doesn't work in here. If everything is
There's a
reflected.
floor. Floor's fine, probably.
Okay.
I gave you an out. Don't you fret.
All right, should we
You
turn
can
off
put your fins.
the
I
lights?
think turn off the lights. Yeah, just what I was gonna say. Everybody turn off the lights.
All right. Well, can we pair up with people who have dark vision with people who don't?
I think I don't know. Does Claire have that vision?
I need an
No,
adult.
she's a human. She's a human.
Claire,
She's
why
a.
don't you come and
she's
hang out
also-
with me, Claire?
I mean,
Why
yes,
don't
she's also part construct, but she's not her eyes. Her eyes are human.
Esley's gonna put her goggles on.
I
Okay.
think the only
So
two. Wait, no, Tiago also doesn't have
Goldfish.
dark vision. I have a pair of goggles of night.
Yeah, who doesn't? She's a gnome. She should.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's right. She's just her.
Mhm.
Her
Missing
art
an
looks
eye.
like a human.
Yeah, no. Oh, no. She's a gnome. Yes.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
is a gnome. She has dark
So the
vision.
only person.
well- Since sight isn't that important, I'm gonna give Preet my goggles of night so that she can see.
Woohoo! Thank you. I
Okay,
will get
so
them
that
back
leaves
to
you
you.
with Claire as the only one who can't see anything.
Yeah, that's fine. Bitch can die.
I'll lead.
No, she literally can't. Inspection.
She literally can't. That's true. She's got plot armor like no other.
See,
Phalanx.
I take your reality and I replace it with my own. So
Get the quote right, Muffin.
no, this is my quote now. You can't stop me.
When you put out your lights, you do notice that the cave does go black, and the what used to be like a sea of stars of the lights reflecting off of the walls go away, and you just have these dark obsidian walls around you.
Well, yes,
Question is if this actually does anything. We're still able to see without dark vision, so
yeah, but we won't have a lot of reflection.
Mm. So with the reflection, if we can see reflection, there's a higher chance of us looking at it.
that's true. Yeah, the reflections are gonna be basically non-existent. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna look like walls.
So if it's dark, there's only one way it could petrify us, and that's getting us to look at it. So it would be a lot easier for us to just close our eyes. Even though looking for it, if there is an it, we will need to use our other senses.
All right, keep moving forward.
Yep.
Okay,
I am so glad I have a weird fascination with mythological creatures.
that's turning out to be pretty helpful.
What about?
I'm a nerd.
No, the streeters don't know that they need to look away.
The streeters do not know that they need to look away. I don't
no.
know if you know a way to tell the streeters that they need to look away. Female, if nothing else, female streeters wear blinders most of the time.
Mm.
So,
Like horses.
I mean, they still can see forward clearly, obviously, because
Mm-hmm.
but they wear blinders. So,
where the range attached to them? Like if you yank it, like is it like a horse where you can like move its eye, like you move its head?
no,
Okay.
it's like attached to the back of its shell.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Haven't you always wanted a statue of a streeter?
All
I
right.
think we need the streeters more for driving the carts.
Yeah, we'll find.
How far forward are y'all moving?
Let's not move too far forward. Let's go slow.
Yeah, we'll go slow, and I want to keep my vision very only focused on like right in front, making sure I don't like whack myself into a wall. But I want to have my ears open, my smell, use all my other senses to see if I can notice anything out of anything.
Ordinary.
Okay.
Anything
Yeah,
out
you
there.
can roll a perception but we won't be focusing on sight, using on other things.
Mm.
All right, somebody else is gonna have to tell me somehow what I rolled. Can anyone
You
see?
rolled a 10.
All right, I'm gonna luck point that, I guess.
Rolled a 14.
All right.
Okay. In this cave, you hear the wheels of your cart turning. You hear the chitter chattering of your steeders' mouths, chitter chattering, and you can hear the drip, drip, drip of water around you.
Hmm. Something about water. Interesting. Okay. Guess we're gonna keep going slowly along.
All right. Felix, I'll let you move the first one so that I can move everything else to match up where it is you're gonna end up at.
So we're moving slowly, right? 5, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Maybe someone should just cast Fireball.
Just cast Fireball.
We don't know where things are.
Just straight ahead.
Just cast it. It's fine.
I mean, I can cast 3, 6. I can cast 9 fireballs. So right now,
Let's save it for when we're actually being attacked.
well, the problem with actually I can cast even more because I can do arcane recovery.
All right. There you all are. In your next spots. Felix, you're at the front.
Get out of my cart.
You notice that the cave kind of opens up a little bit more. You're mostly looking at the floor, so you can't really see too far ahead of you.
Oh, fuck me.
Another statue.
You're gonna want to
Send a
Bring your
zombie for those
zombies
items.
around. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask John to go out and do it, and I'm also
There's John.
I'm gonna order him to keep his
We don't
eyes
care about
down,
John.
Okay.
so he doesn't get hurt. And he's not gonna look at the statue. He's gonna go get the stuff.
Gonna go get the stuff. I'm just gonna keep his eyes down. What does John need to do that without bumping into something?
He's a
In the
zombie.
dark.
He's gonna
Does he have
bump.
dark vision?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a zombie. He's gonna bump into things no matter what.
He's gonna bump into things no matter what. Yeah, he can go out there and come on back with a pile of stuff for you. Pile of stuff.
And back in the cart you go, so you can be
Back.
okay.
Okay. You find in this pile that he brings back a bloodstained mirror, a silk handkerchief, and 105 gold pieces. Oh, and a sealed letter.
Is it addressed to anyone?
So it's obvious
No.
the mirror didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not addressed
Or-
to anybody.
Or the mirror could
Hmm.
work better than the dagger. Then again, it all depends.
Go on, open it.
How much gold did you say? I want to add that. Make sure.
105 gold. You're gonna steal a dead
105.
woman's gold. I love that. 105. Sorry, 105.
Well,
Well,
no, but
she's been put into stone. She's not going to need it.
I'm gonna add that to the kitty. What? 105.
I mean, if she unpetrifies and wants it back, I mean, we can give it back. But I mean,
Yeah, like
for right
I
now,
he's not gonna get it back. I'm not. I don't know. Should I open the letter?
Yes.
open it.
You open the letter? It's got
Yeah.
a
Do
wax
it.
seal on it and all that nonsense.
I opened the letter.
Open the letter. There you go. There's your letter.
Who wants to read it?
Ooh,
Aw,
this is
so
sultry.
cute.
This is sultry.
I'll read it. I'm the one with the teleportation porn.
That is true.
Mari, my thoughts this morning are wrapped wholly by you.
Entrapped.
If they are not, entrapped. I thought it said enwrapped. Entrapped wholly by you. They are not on your honeyed eyes. If they're not on your honeyed eyes, they are on the cottage we may have together. The dewdrop sound of your laughter and the unspoken things resounding in our farewells when we parted last. Aww. I have so many things buried in my chest. When I see you next, I will not leave them unspoken. Maxwell insists we will return. Oof. I'm practicing my words over and over, and they will be ready for you. They will be practiced, confident, and sure. That woman's name who I can't pronounce.
You are assuming that's a woman. We don't actually know.
It ends with a sound.
That does not mean that it's a woman.
See, I'm sitting here thinking this is a beautiful lesbian couple.
It might be, but like you can't assume that all languages work like Indo-European ones.
So
Muffin?
what's your plan?
Say aw.
Yep, Felix, you there? Oh, you're muted.
I put the letter back in the
In the kitty.
in the envelope, or like and try to like as best as possible to seal it back up.
You could do a sleight of hand.
You want me to do it?
I can't. 14.
It looks pretty good.
Okay. I will put it away and keep it safe.
Is there anyone else who thinks that was like really weird? Like that love letter was just weird. Like I've been practicing my words.
Hey, have you ever felt nervous? Have you ever felt nervous in front of someone you really, really like?
I cannot speak to these. This is outside of my experiences.
You
and
are a
interests.
fish.
Yes.
So Felix,
And your interest is dead people.
Yeah, but not in that way.
I've never really liked anybody that much, you know. I mean, some people are better than others.
Throwing shade
And
at
some
Claire.
people have a hard time finding the words.
I mean, other than my bestie Claire, who we all know I love a lot.
I hope you get turned to stone.
I believe that's a form of death.
No, we can bring you back. It's pretty easy.
Oh, you'll
It's
bring
just a
me
form-
back?
It's more of
Aw,
a form of pause.
Claire is so sweet. She's gonna bring me back from being in stone.
So out of character, I'm gonna say I totally ship this. Like the whole enemies to lovers thing. I love that
Or
trope.
the new arc, Felix and Claire.
She's a little
I
bit religious
am.
for me.
I am the official shipper of this group.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm gonna remind. It's 4:30 in the morning here now. So,
Yeah.
so I was kind of like gonna hold off saying anything until like we got an initiative and then say, can we pick up? But
Yeah, I know. We could. It is 4 in the morning. We can pause here because you'll get an initiative eventually. Because of course.
okay.
Yeah.
But we can hold off on exploring the rest of this wonderfully jeweled cave.
We'll spend the week menaced by the threats of what might be out there.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
And how we will kill it.
I'm
Yes.
gonna remind myself of all the mythical creatures that can turn things to stone, because I can only think of 2 that comes to mind.
Well, there's Medusas, right?
Medusas
Yeah,
or Gorgons?
Medusas, Gorgons.
Gorgons.
There's also
You
There's
know,
also
Micro,
basilisks.
nobody likes people who know what Medusas are.
Medusa is the name of a specific Gorgon. There are 3 of them. They're sisters.
And on that bombshell, it's going to be goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Bye, party.
Hey, they did the bit.